quiet, I know. My initial plan was to like pull up the Challenger Cup and like just have the background music play. I don't know. I don't think the Challenger Cup streams. All I got is Joshua Schmidt over here. Hello, it's me, Joshua Schmidt. And he appears to have his like own like feed of the stream for the Challenger Cup, but uh, I don't know. It might just because it's him. Otherwise, you gotta watch it on Master Duel itself. I'm not too concerned with Master Duel. I don't know if you haven't noticed, but I don't pay that much mind lately.
Keep seeing them get into the finals. We kind of keep seeing them work
So
for it. Do we feel
yeah.
that they are just overall powerful
But my
themselves?
also
There
Master
is always going to be that
watching
silver kind of
Tenpai
element
fight
that we can
Snake
see
Eye
in
fight
the side
whatever the
here on
hell
Artifact Lancia.
Yeah, as you
in
say, there is the
June of
artifact Lance. It's just the
2025
fact that
sounds
Malice was such a
miserable
popular deck. It was so slated to be the
and
most
just kind of
powerful
like
deck.
nonsense.
So everyone is super duper prepared for it, and everyone's
So I thought one thing I could at the very least do is pull up.
You're never gonna find an opponent.
I was looking at the UK
unprepared,
Nationals
but
from
having
last
such a
week.
big
I was
target
curious what
on
the
your
deal
back
was.
can be a problem. Whereas if you're playing a
And there's some interesting stuff. I
deck,
saw. I just
probably not only is
perused
your
it.
opponent not
You know,
gonna know
that'd be
what
fun
to
to
do, but
watch.
even if they do
I
know
believe
what the
that's
cards is, they're probably
Ryuge
not gonna have a
being
side
played.
plan for you. So that is obviously the
Ryugi's in So as round 10 begins, moving into the
So this could be like a
first
fun little watch,
game,
just to warm
we're going to
things
be able
up
to
while I
see
have
the
my
combatants
coffee.
move forward.
But yeah, it's Malice versus Ryuge in round 10.
So
How is this
starting off with the
Ryuge
dice
player
roll, always
7 and
pressure on
2?
these dice rolls. I quite like the idea of having
Hello.
a deck that doesn't mind if it goes first or second. It kind of takes the pressure off it, and it looks like
So
Yestin
Ryuge is no
was going
stranger
for
to
the
the
dice roll on this one,
channel.
so Malice is possibly going to be going first.
I've
Unless we are
played
playing a
it.
second version of Malice, which would
I've
also
attempted
be
it
incredibly surprising.
one or two times
yeah. I mean, when you
because
win the dice roll,
it
you go
did
first,
begin
pick
to
up
be a
that
deck
first
that
card,
you
it's
can
full
play
on,
that
maybe-
functions in the
maybe
OCG.
second was the way forward.
Unfortunately, it was my issue is number
pick out a
one,
few other
it's a
Malice
little too
cards
straight stun for
going
me
on.
using Inspector Border and all that.
So
Number
let's see
two,
now what
it
Yestin's
seems
gonna
to
start
really
with.
ride or die on
Really,
resolving
gives you
Melody of
a
Awakening
second to
Dragon,
pause. What do you
which
think as well?
felt kind of lame to me.
Oh wow, a pass.
He just passed
This
entirely.
is
That's
now the
nuts.
downside of Malice is that through the most recent Forbidden Limited list, it did lose a line of consistency.
Anyway,
March Hare was kind of a stop.
speaking of, let's see if they have it.
The Underground, the Dormouse, and the
now we don't know if this is like a hybrid of any sort, of course.
Very, very
Wow,
well. Yes, it's going to be met by the Fluveros, but being able to
dude,
use Insuffusion, he does play a very interesting
this state of the
This is very
game.
important because the whole strategy of the Ryugis want to start searching. They do one
The
search that leads into the other, which
state
is the
of
most important
things,
part.
just
Being able to get into the Millennium Eyes Restrict does give him that line of protection
Ugh.
against a Droll and Lockbird, and on the other side of that is, in theory, the Ryugi
Anyway,
strategy
Millennium Eyes for the
doesn't
hand
really need
traps.
to summon directly
Oh,
from
right,
their
so
deck
Harold
as
Harold
much.
does
It
some
can just
bullshit
summon
because
from
there's
the
like
hand, by getting
very
access to a lot of their big level monsters, and all of those level monsters have
do you just
3,000
send Harold so
a
you
little
can
bit
get
less
the
than 3,000
Ryuge
attack. So if it
Ispa
stays
to
like
him?
this,
Is that it?
unless Yestin has opened up a powerful hand trap in the form of something like a Nibiru,
Speaking of Harold as a starter, that new like or no, the new Raven, the ritual monster, level 1 pendulum, Miracle Raven, I think has implications for Voiceless Voice, which is something I'm very curious about.
Cards in your extra deck to your one instant fusion. Are you saying like
It ultimately, hell, it might have implications for this deck, actually. Huh.
Yeah, that's exactly that. The
Maybe.
Ryugis themselves
It's
don't really
it's a
need to
thing
rely
where
on
it's
it.
like
They're
all the
most
Miracle
difficult
Raven
cards,
really
especially
does
when
is
they
just put
end
another
up
ritual
going
monster in the
through,
hand.
Ryugi
And when you have a
Voiceless,
deck like
ultimately ends up
Voiceless
locking
Voice,
them into only being
I
able to
feel like
summon
you're already
dragons,
doing
worms,
that.
dinos, and sea serpents. So
So the
best kind of
question is
option
like,
they
does
have
it
for
become
themselves
redundant?
would, of
Does it
course,
take up
be
too much
the
space?
Barudras being the rank 10
Let's draw, baby.
It does see that we're going to
That is
see
it,
Yestin here.
Jesus.
Quite a good
I mean,
combo
what do you
to
expect? They
actually
passed
block
on. They passed against the
being
Fua.
responded
Of course,
with
they're
the
gonna let
Millennium
her on
Eyes
hand
Restrict,
traps.
and then following up with an infinite
I mean,
imbalance to make
you
sure
know.
that resolved is actually quite important here, because the whole premise is that we're going to be searching out the Misva. The Misva would then work itself into the War Zone, and the War Zone is the ability or the field spell that allows you to get access to
So what? They
Dino,
hit,
Sea Serpent, and
no
Worm
Mispa.
Ryugis,
Oh no, Mispa did
and
hit
then
hand,
ultimately
but
special summon one of each from different
I
locations.
believe
One
Mispa
from the
adds to
banished,
hand.
one
It
from
doesn't
the
place
grave,
the
one
field
from the
spell,
deck,
so they're in a
and that's
tight
again
spot.
3 incredibly powerful level 10 monsters, and we all know that with very few times.
Not even gonna link it into anything.
A lower level of attack
That's
stats.
crazy. Nothing stopping them, right? Unless Harold I don't think Herald
back
starts with him.
from Michael. Is there a
Yeah.
reason he didn't attack directly?
I don't think there's a reason not to attack directly. I mean, you might as well. We have
You-
seen in the
you
past,
might
for
as
example,
well.
Ash Blossoms attacking
I agree.
directly, but
At
least
that
to get
point, it's like just
500
fucking
attack
poke 'em.
might be the difference.
It's an art that we've
but you
really
never know
lost,
how
I think,
important
in
that
this
could
day
be.
and age of
Every life point
Yu-Gi-Oh,
counts
where
to keep
everything's
Malice,
red
you
or
know?
die.
Exactly.
Sometimes
that,
that
and
little
you kind of
poke, it adds up. It
capabilities
makes all the
of,
difference.
Paying their own life points a little bit less. And we're going to be responding with a draw and lock bird off of the back of this as well.
Yes, he's probably got a. I mean, do you think he knows what's going on? He's just seen like one Ryugi card, and then his opponent's passed to a draw. Like, not even gone as far as to make an SP with the 2 monsters on the field.
You
That's
gotta
gotta
like,
be
you really do
weird
have to
for
like
him. I don't know. Do you know?
optimize, and
is there a reason
optimize
for that?
means getting all the damage
Well,
you
I
can.
feel
There's
maybe
no
he
like,
didn't want to give
there is
Destin the ability
virtually
to
no
draw an
reason
additional
not to
card
have
'cause he was
poked
still
with the
under,
Herald.
Under the
Fluveros.
Fluveros.
With what,
So,
Boars?
kind of a
Tragodia? We don't live in that age anymore.
Risk and reward on that one. And as
I
you
see a
mentioned,
gold
playing
star,
against
but
the
we don't
card
live in
deck,
that age anymore.
it's great that he's increased it with Diviner of the Herald to work his way to get to the misfire more consistently. But then on the downside,
Just
of that,
like a
you
little,
are
like,
walking
perk, I
closer
guess.
towards the draw and lot bird. And Yestin did have that combination of cards that was perfect to out the Millenniumizer Strict. It
So,
does look like
yeah,
the
Malice
Manico,
plays through
Yestin's
Droll.
going to be able to move a little
I'm
bit
pretty
further
sure.
forward. The Dormouse has been
Like,
able
I
to
feel like I'm
resolve,
not
been
wrong.
able to banish the white rabbit. That's going to be coming back, allowing to set a card, set one of the GWCs. And ultimately, this is kind of where the Malice start to get going. There are some downsides of being having to deal with and face the draw and lot bird, but I don't think it's all out and out kind of end game at that point. You can also see that it looks like he opened up the Malice in Mirror, and I do believe he's also opened up the March here. So the draw against Malice is not as game ending or as turn ending as something like an Artifact Lancer.
No, for sure. It's one of those cards that I don't think you're too upset at all to see as Malice, and in addition it means your opponents use the Draw and Lock Bird, it means they can't use a Charmy, so those are probably a little more difficult to play around. You don't really want to give your opponent a ton of cards. I'd much rather give up on 1 or 2 searches.
Yeah, and I think Michael is kind of reserved on this one, as long as he can...
No, I just wanted to see Ryugi
It's so
combos, man. I gotta
expressive
see a
with the
fucking
Ryugi
splash mage hit the
strategy,
board.
as
Are
long
you
as there's
kidding
not
me?
another,
I'll skip. I don't care. Like,
Extra effects.
oh, and
trading
Nibiru
away
hit
the
the. Okay,
draw
well,
and lock bird,
I'm not gonna skip
then
him.
also used an instant fusion.
Is this-
Oh, it looks like it's a Nibiru.
Nibiru
Okay.
time. Yeah, I was kind of interested with Yeston's play to put the March
alright.
on the field. I feel like normally when you're playing Malice, I feel like the lines are to go as quickly as you can into one of those really powerful Link 3s, be it Red
Melon,
Ransom
baby.
or
They got
White
one
Rider,
card in
that
hand.
you
I don't
can
know what
make
they're gonna
quite
do.
quickly
They
and easily, and
can't.
then
They
it gives
can't
you
use
a
the
lot of
trap now, I
value
guess,
when
because
you
they got
can
them on
recur them
board.
back from the banish,
That's
so
cool.
get their extra effects. But summoning too many times and allowing your opponent to Nibiru before the Link 3 now, you
Yeah,
suddenly
the
don't have
important
those,
part
like,
against
value
Malice
bombs, you get
isn't
all this
just
value
like
just off banishing one card.
cutting the mob has.
And,
That's a call
maybe
by, I
it's gonna
believe.
be a bit of a
Cutting the
punish
mob
for
has to
Yeston by
happen.
just putting that March hit in play a little too early.
Yeah, I
You used to
completely
leave him
agree
with
here.
nothing
You
left
definitely don't want to
when
be
you like
passing over
snipe
to
him.
Michael.
You
I think
know,
this is
right
where
here.
the unknown factor comes into play.
The
is
draw helps
being
as
able
well.
for Michael to be able to activate the misfire. The misfire can then work its way into the war zone,
Alright,
as you mentioned,
let's
and that
see
will start to get everything
if
going.
Ryugi can play. There's no way this guy knows he's playing against Ryugi, right?
It's kind of one of those ones that you do like to put.
I mean, no,
your
he
spells
did
and
because he
traps
just got
into the
searched.
pendulum column.
Like, you see a Herald at
Kind
this
of,
point in the tournament. What do you assume it
preemptively or
is?
Kind of play a bit of mind games with
Like,
your opponent to say
Voice's
this could be
Voice
an
or
infinite permanence in one of these
Generator?
zones to kind of turn off the column completely, which ultimately would negate the pendulum zone itself. But with Misfire being able to resolve, what's going to happen here is we're going to be able to add a Ryugi War Zone. The Misfire will end up being destroyed and go face up in the extra deck. In doing so with the Ryugi War Zone, you
So,
have the
I
ability
do
to
not believe
activate
called
that.
by
That'll
or
allow you
that
to
Bistro
banish
in the
one
hand. I didn't do
Ryugi,
much here.
one Sea Serpent from the deck, alongside add one Dino. And
That said,
usually
when you're in
send
round 10
one Worm.
and there's a
That
guy
means
on
that
a
you have
rogue
the ability
deck,
to activate
usually
the
like
War Zone,
you
and
know,
War Zone allows you to special one from every zone.
it's hard
and then
to
before
it's
you know
hard
it,
to
you have
ignore.
three
It's hard to
level
avoid it
10
all.
powerhouse monsters kind of staring you down.
Is that a pendulum ritual there?
Yep, so one of the first...
Oh, wait on
pendulum
that. Oh,
rituals this far, this
is
one
that a
gets everything
pendulum
ticking.
ritual? Is that a
This is
pendulum
one that's going
ritual?
to
Like,
allow
yeah,
you
man, it's
to-
been
As its pendulum effect, you get to add a
sitting there
non-pendulum
for like 60
Ryugi
seconds.
card from the deck to the hand. Then you destroy this card. And he's decided to go for the Ryuji Search spell card. And the Ryuji Search spell card is going to allow him to work Ryuji Rising, is going to allow them to work into the brand new card, once I get to it, lots of Ryujis, is the Tensei Ryuji Anva. So this one in its pendulum scale,
Ryuji.
can't pendulum summons except Ryuji.
It might be
and
how
keep
it's
in mind the
pronounced. I don't
pendulum scale is gonna
actually
be
know.
From level
But when like I
0,
hear a
believe,
British
up to
person say a word
level 11, and all of
differently
your
than me,
Ryujis are gonna be level
I'm
10,
like,
so you have that option
no.
available to you.
Anyway, Warzone
You also have
resolves.
the
Oh boy.
ability that if your opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of your Ryugi spells or
So
effects,
again,
the
my
Ryugi
issue with
Warzone
Ryuga
unit
is that
important, as I previously
the
mentioned. You
starter
get the ability to
situation.
destroy the Anvar,
The
and
new
then kind of
pendulum is
negate
kind
the
of like a
response,
circular,
very,
which is a
very
big,
important.
very important.
Yeah,
Though I think it
counter
still needs
effect
like
can
another
be
card to
quite
like
punishing if
interact
you
with in
don't
order
know
to
the
like
deck
pull it
well.
off.
Yeah.
I feel like, because if you know, okay, maybe I'll just
Again,
let
you
my
need
opponent's
melody
spell
in order to
cards
get to them.
resolve, then
Herald is
you know,
another
it might
starter
not
though,
come
like
up,
that helps.
But when you don't know that that's something that could happen,
But again,
you really
my
get more
issue
into it when you
is
otherwise just
and
say, okay, I'll
was
just
and shall
let that
be
spell card resolve and save whatever
if
interruption I
that's
have to do
Protoss.
something else.
Yeah, so as you can see here, Michael is resolving the Warzone. So he's deciding to
Whoa.
add a worm, being the
Sorry,
Protoss,
I
which is
said
a
whoa.
level 10
Whoa.
worm. He is
Yeah,
banishing
you can
the
get
Sea
that.
Serpent. He is sending the Dino, and now he's activating the Warzone to summon one from every place. So one from the Banish, one from the Grave, one from the deck, which means he will have the worm from the deck being the Hakva. He will have the Sea Serpent in the form of the Cairo from the Banish Zone, and then the...
You just say the worm from the deck is the Hakva?
He's deciding to
No, the
add
fuck it isn't. Hello.
to add a worm being the Protoss because it is a level.
Oh no,
10
there
worm.
it is. Okay,
He
no.
is banishing
Okay, they
the
didn't.
Sea
I think they were
Serpent.
talking about like the
He will have,
theoreticals and
he
all
is
that.
currently locked into
Okay, so
Dinos,
they
Sea
slam a bunch
Serpents,
of shit on the field
dragons,
as you do.
and worms. And the whole idea is to make sure that you can get 3 different attributes in your graveyard to banish and make a Protoss.
So we're getting to
We
that
know how
point also where
powerful
it's
Protoss
like
can be in this particular
you
matchup.
just
If
attack
you
a
are
game,
able to call Darks, you
right?
shut off
Like
complete access to your opponent's Malice monsters trying to move in to
you just
the
attack a
next
game.
turn. If there is in fact even a next turn.
Big men,
I was gonna
large
say, it
men,
looks like
huge.
Yeston not got all
Oh,
that
is that the
much
called by?
recovery.
Are they like
It
thinking
did
they
look
just
like
want to
he did
preemptively
activate
called by in
GWC?
response to something?
It looked like GWC got negated, so maybe he did use it in response to a spell card.
Yeah, I believe he used it in response to the Warzone's effect to summon those particular 3 monsters. And then that's kind of exactly as you've seen. If you don't expect something to come in,
I want to see
and
the
not really
build,
know about
right?
it, that's really, it can really catch
I
you.
gotta know.
The sort of cascading there.
Is it
Yeston not
just
having
is
a
it the
Malice
bullshit with Inspector
or
Board?
his Malice in the mirror? Is this nib token small enough just to be run over?
Okay, again,
With the
we see the
Nib token
Varudras.
was March Hare, Dormouse, and Splash Mage. So his defense stat shouldn't be that crazy.
Yeah, if there's no defense, can you? Yeah, you're right. I don't think the Malice.
Oh, it doesn't have
got
oh,
that
it doesn't have
high.
the defense. Okay. Usually when there's like a big
He also
token like that
includes
after a play, it's like, oh, you gotta at least pop the token.
It's
Come on, you just,
like 500 defense, 300 defense.
at what point do you just
So it
attack,
should be
attack,
relatively
attack?
good, but I feel
Am
Michael
I, like,
might try and play
crazy?
this a little bit cautiously. He might want to go into the Varudras just to make sure he has any type of protection for that last card in Yeston's
Varudras
hand.
can
I'd rather
I don't
just
fucking-
make sure I
Varudras
have
can
more
negate
attack
like
points
a
than
Bestial,
anyone else.
yeah,
I love
can
to
it?
get Varudras
So he does
on the
have,
field.
But then
another
you
one of
don't
the brand
win.
cards, the Ryugi End. So your opponent cannot target Ryugi monsters you control with card effects. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn.
Okay, just going with
If the
battle phase.
Ryugi pendulum monster is on the field or face up in the extra deck, which he does, you get to shuffle 2
Lead
Ryugi
with the
monsters from your
nib.
hand,
Is
grave, and
that's
banishment
weird,
into the main
right?
deck. Target a monster on the field
Dude, led
and
with the
destroy it.
big one.
So he has the ability to out.
This is what I'm talking about, man. Like optimizing the battle phase is a lost fucking art.
Lethal here. Oh, we've got the Bestial Magnum.
It's a lost art.
It's gonna put up a bit of.
You just can't do it no more.
But is it
You
gonna
attacked
be
with the
enough?
nib first.
Yeah, I feel that this might be.
Does
Not
that
only is he
trigger
sort of running
the?
back
ugh.
against the wall, but if you start to
What a
run low on
fucking
life
mess.
points, he's gonna defend 3,000 of his life points. But that GWC is now in the graveyard. He's also gonna have to pay another 300 to add back the March Hare, so he's not gonna be able to use probably any of his big Malice
mean,
monsters effects very easily.
I don't know.
Next turn, even if he makes it that far.
Now you make the Varudras,
Yeah,
and
exactly
like,
that. With 1,100 life
and you're
points
good.
still left on his side.
so I guess they're about
I
to
think
search like a
Michael's just
Druid's
having a
Worm or
look to see if he
something,
does have
which
any
ugh.
Ryugis that he could be returning to
What a
the deck
pain.
through the through the Ryugi End, just to kind of deal with
Well,
the Magnamut.
Hubble.
Here comes the Protoss.
Oh,
I feel
right.
This is where it could be very, very damaging having that Magnamut on the field. Is Protoss can now freely call Dark.
Am I stupid? How
clear
do you
off
summon
the Magnamut
Protoss?
himself, and lock Yeston out of being able to access Dark monsters for the entire next turn. So
Oh, you
even the
can't
dragon
see
that he could search off the back of the Magnamut wouldn't be able to be summoned until Michael's turn.
So yeah, one, presumably a Druis Worm is Magnemite's best friend at the moment. Can be
Excuse that.
searched, but yeah, as you say, no special summoning darks is quite restrictive when your
Yeah.
entire deck is dark.
I understand. I haven't really
So now
had
he
to
has the
deal with
ability
Protoss
to
in
use
some time.
the extra deck of the Misvar, and what this is going to allow him to do is it's going to allow him,
Different
as a card was
attributes.
destroyed, it can special summon it via its own effect. If a monster on the field is destroyed
Isn't
by
that a
battle
dark
card
light
effect,
in
while
the
this card
dark?
is in the extra deck, you get to tribute a level 10 Ryuji monster, and if you do, you special summon this card. It is treated as a ritual summon, which is very, very important. And then you get to apply the following effect to destroy up to 2 cards you control, and if you do, you get to place that many Ryugi continuous spells from the deck.
So
Now, it's
actually,
very
this is
important
one of
because
those funny
continuous
situations
spells
where
provide
Wormwinds won't be
different
as good.
effects to your level 10
Wormwind, if you didn't
monsters.
know, is the
It
green,
looks
the
like he
green
plays
one,
all 3 of the level 10s,
and
he
it is
decides to
a
go for
dimension
Dino
fissure
Domain,
on your
which is the
opponent's turn
aggressive
for
option
your
that
opponent,
provides all of his
which is
Ryugi
a
monsters
hilarious
all 300
one-sided
attack,
kind of
and then
floodgate.
Ryugi Pendulum monsters at level
But
10
it's
or higher
Malice,
dinos
so
also
you
gain
know.
the following effect, that when an effect of a monster on the field with less attack
That
card,
said,
keeping in mind that both of those monsters are going to be 3,000
I feel
attack,
kind of nuts about
you get
that
to
Protoss summon. That's 2
return
darks
this
and a
card.
light, right?
You place a Ryugi continuous spell that you control to the bottom of the deck, and then you get to negate the activation. So he's adding a layer of protection on that one. And then the Waterfront gives all of his level 10s the ability to return the continuous spell card back to the bottom of the deck, and I believe you return
get a
1
bounce.
card on the field to the hand. So
The bounce
he's
is going to be the
pretty
big
much
deal.
covered all bases,
It's
right?
really
Yes, he
hilarious
doesn't
that
get any
Protoss
monster
is
that
just
not a
just
dark
benefits from
attribute
all of the
into
Reba stuff.
rotation. That is either going to be
It's
negated or
pretty funny.
returned to the hand.
Do you think it's worth even like showing Yeston all of this stuff? Like, I mean, I know it's cool and we're on the feature and we're having fun, but I think like he's presumably going to win on the next turn. Yeston has only got 1 card left, and it's a dark monster, so it's not going to do anything to the Protoss. I
You
feel
get
like
the
you don't really
Magnamut
need to
search.
do much
Hello,
to close out the
hello.
game here.
Yeah, I completely
Not that
agree
it-
with you on
it
that one.
doesn't
I feel
matter.
that holding that information back can be very, very interesting. But then on the flip side, if I was Yestin, I would be making sure that I read every little detail.
They
of
make a
these
really good
cards
point, by
to
the
make
way.
sure that I am
The
prepared
thing
for
about
game
playing Rogue,
2,
a
so
Rogue
you
deck
know
in a
what you
major
need to play
tournament,
around, how you can kind of deal
is
with those
that,
things.
and
Those
I think
effects that we've
people
seen
don't talk about
already
this.
don't play a factor in round
This is the
2.
thing you don't see a lot of people talk
Yeah,
about,
exactly. It's probably already going to
because
like
you
you've got
focus so hard on
one
like your
that
personal
bypass
skill and how much you
GWC
refine the
being
deck.
negated.
Yeah,
Information
totally no, it looked like the card
is
draw return
everything.
was gold sarcophagus.
And I say this as a person
Usually,
who's
with
played
Malice,
Rogue decks
that's an
in
insanely
big
powerful card
tournaments
to
his
be
whole life.
drawing, but unfortunately, when you are dark locked, not so
The
effective.
fact that
I wonder what
you are
card
running a
was
deck of
hoping to
cards
draw
and your
those.
opponent doesn't know that the cards exist
Heart of the cards that's all
is
you've got
invaluable.
To believe in. So if we take a look quickly at the
There's-
side deck
there's
for
no
Michael, I feel that
better.
we kind of have a bit of an edge on this one.
There's nothing better you can
As
hold
you
over your
mentioned previously,
opponent than
Malice
playing
is such a
cards that may
well-known
as well
deck.
be
It has that
like, have
card
not
that people will go to
existed until that
99% of the
moment.
time, and you can also guarantee.
It's almost like
I
you're
would
an
probably
anime
bet
character.
that
You know?
Lancia is in 100.
Which I feel like they can
It's
come
like you
in
could rip
against
anything
almost
off the top of your deck and they
any
won't
deck.
know. You just shiny draw them. So giving
Yeah,
away
exactly
stuff
that.
is
So
like
drawing the 5
is a
cards
risk.
turn,
It's a risk.
Yestin looks like he's been able to pick up a draw on Lockbird, which we saw how effective that was.
Because it's like,
And we're starting off
I
with
don't know.
Chessy Cat.
It's like,
Still
oh,
better than round one.
well,
We
okay,
actually have a star
Protoss
here,
is
a
what won the
double
game.
Chessy
I guess I
Cat.
can't really say
And the
much
benefit of
about
something
that.
like
Also,
this
it's a
is
card
being
people
able to
know.
draw
But with
2
the spells and
fresh
the
cards
traps,
and get
it's
you
like
another monster on the field. Being able to instantly
my story for that
link to play
is when I
can be
ran
incredibly
scraps.
important.
it at multiple
Yeah,
ton of
starting off
regionals.
with the Chessy Cat.
Um,
I think when you
and
when you
people
start with Chessy Cat and
basically
you resolve it, you
didn't.
just sort of
And Scrap
breathe a
Dragon,
sigh
of
of
course, was a
relief.
popular
It's
synchro
super
monster. It was a
powerful,
huge deal. That card was
thing
crazy.
to do.
But for your average person,
And
Scrap
I
Dragon
think
was
if your
just like
opponent
this
was gonna
one-for-one
respond with
removal.
Imperm
It was kind of like a
or
Diamond
a
Direwolf at the time,
Lancia, it
I would
been
say,
done there
except
then,
on a
so you
much
kinda
bigger
know
body, which
there's
benefited it
nothing
greatly.
to stop you at least at this point.
But
Yeah, it does give you
Scrap
a bit
Dragon
of a,
had that second
bit
effect,
of a
the floating
check
effect,
to be able to
and
see what type of hand traps your
you
opponent
wouldn't
may or
believe
may
how
not
many
have
people
opened
were
kind of
surprised
hard
by
open
that.
up, and I think that's the real big
they were
kind
like,
of
"Oh,
check
it floats."
is
I
being
was
able
like,
to
"Yeah,
go,
it floats."
okay, cool, I now no longer need to worry
Or
about that
interactions
particular
like
form of
Scrap Storm,
interaction. I now no longer need to worry about
which let you like
anything else that could kind of cause a
move
couple of
around
issues.
interaction and plus off of it, just crazy stuff. But the point was is
So,
that people
I think
wouldn't
this
know these
is gonna
cards
be almost
existed,
the first time we're going to see a full Malice combo.
and that lets you just
on
navigate
screen.
around them very smoothly.
Yeah, let's also remember that even with, as
I
we see
wonder if
previously,
this
even
guy-
with the ability of going
If I can like see this
like a
dude's
full
deck
Malice
list.
combo, being able to
So what is this,
work his way off, you still need to be
Yu-Gi-Oh!
very, very weary
Hey,
that Michael has the
Nationals.
ability to play these ghost
Who do
second
you
cards.
get?
The Ryugis themselves are all going to be incredibly powerful as level 10 monsters with
We
3,000
got the
attack, and I can't
feature
really stress
matches.
that
Do we
enough.
got the
So even
dudes
if there is no
deck
interaction,
list
what you
though?
always need to remember is if your opponent has not taken any cards out of their hands, they haven't interacted with you at all, that then increases their chances that all 6 cards by the
Well,
time they start their turn,
here's the
if you're going to be
unfortunate part. We
filled
have
minions,
the
they
UK
will also
Nationals
be cards that
list,
will lead them to be overly
and
aggressive.
I
And I
don't
feel the
know
big
if this
difference in this
goes
particular
in
matchup
here.
will be that Drown Lockbird in Yestin's hand. And
So
if
that
Michael
kind
has
of
the ability
tells
to
us
stop
about
that
how
coming
they do
through,
in this
we
match.
feel when you're comboing on or combining the availability of a Drown Lockbird in
Shame.
the hand towards
I mean, they
a
might have
full Malice
lost
field,
after this
that can
round. They
pretty
still
much
could have won
be
this.
game at that point.
Sorry,
Because you kind of want
spoilers.
to try and pick the field apart. Then you also need to worry about a Drown Lockbird, which is going to stop you presenting your field to your opponent.
How much,
Interesting tournament.
defend all of the regions
U-Bell
do you feel
and
like
a
2000,
Tearlament
3000,
deck made it in.
2000, and
We got a
Red
Regenesis.
Random?
I don't feel
Regenesis
that they
kind of
have
fell. Like
much
Regenesis
attack.
was
If we look
doing
at
okay,
the,
right? And then it kind of
Dino,
vanished.
the Dino only has 1,200 defense
I
points.
don't know what that was
Then I believe
about.
if we look at Misvar, which you can also get onto the
Looks
field,
like
that's probably the
I
strongest
would
one,
call
1,500
Regenesis something
defense
approaching a
points.
budget deck. I guess like the
Defensively, they're
spell
not
is a
as
little
aggressive,
is a
but the
tiny
Pendulum
bit
monsters
pricey.
themselves will
It's
have
like a
the most. So
$15
the new
card.
one of Amber
Archfiend's
has
expensive.
2,100, and then I believe that the others, the Sea Serpent and the Worm, don't have as much.
But it's
I
cool.
feel the one big difference that
makes
Michael
me
may have is if he is able to get different attributes into the
it
graveyard.
feels like a low
That's where
ceiling kind of
Protoss
like
might be able
big
to show itself,
big
and
guy
that will be
deck.
the big
You know?
difference. Ultimately, you need to be able to search
I'm a fan
out
of
the
those.
Protoss, but I don't see any way that you'll be taking the Protoss
Yeah.
out of the deck. Like, being able to summon the Protoss down and then declare Dark, not only will it clear your opponent's field if they are all
You know,
dark,
that
which
said,
means
it
the
seems
mana
like
cards
neither
are,
of these
you're
guys
also
made
then
it to
gonna be able
top
shut them down from being able to access
64
those
or
darks for the
32,
entire
top
next turn,
32.
which will allow Michael to
So I guess
buy
either of
time
them could have
under
won this.
Droll
Yeah.
Lockbird.
But Protoss protection effect, right? That prevents it from being destroyed by card effects.
Correct.
But Malice, of course, don't really do that. They're more of a banishing kind of style. So with that Heart Script that we've just seen, it's going on a journey from the field.
Going on a journey?
Banished back to the field, but it will presumably end up on the field. We'll also have a GWC.
I'm also pretty interested in Pyramids of
Need a
Ruby.
rise.
Now that I've played
Got a
against it,
good
I'm like,
pile
oh,
of linked
I get it.
monsters.
Only pure.
Yeah,
I,
it's gonna be a
again,
problem
well, you know,
clearing
price
that
aside.
Protoss before it can activate
I'm
its
just not
effect
too concerned with
Malice.
combining it with a
Yeah,
Rise
exactly.
or
I feel
anything.
that another very important
just
card in the
not
Malice strategy that they can be utilizing is
what
the
I'm
Dominance
looking to
Impulse.
do.
Being able to utilize
is
the Dominance
this?
Impulse can be very, very damaging to the Ryuji Warzone.
Oh.
So even if Michael is able to open up the Ryuji Warzone, there's still a lot of steps
Full
that
deck
need
though.
to be followed. You still need to get the Misfit face up into the extra deck in order to utilize it, and then to be able to do that, you still need to have the ability to
Me
search.
sleeping through the
But
Malice
alongside
turn
that,
because
the
it's
Warzone also
fucking.
needs to be able to add a card to the hand,
You know what I
send to the
mean?
graveyard, and banish all in one move. So being able to resolve both those effects is very, very tricky because there is no other way to get a Pendulum monster from the hand face up in the extra deck with deck devastation via
Not to be that guy, but like, come on now. What are you fucking doing?
manageable. Kotalk will be important.
Okay, he's actually
But,
playing.
The Misva is the.
He went to
hedge
get
fund. How did
Misfa.
that make
He
itself
spelled
make
from
its way
Misfa.
into
Misfa.
the extra deck?
So off of the back of the Ryugi Rising, you have the ability to then add a Ryugi Pendulum monster from your hand to your face-up extra deck. So you're able to add the brand new Anva from the deck to the hand, and then you have the ability to add the Pendulum monster from your hand to the face-up extra deck. So it's one way of being able to bypass the ability of having to put Misfa in the Pendulum zone, destroying it, put it into the extra deck, and then having your first search be something along like the Ryugi Warzone. He's now making sure that his first search is going
That's
to
so they're bringing up how that spell works, and it's a thing that I do find a little confusing about the deck, where it's like, okay, you've bypassed having to put the Misfa in the Pendulum zone, and it's gone right to your extra deck. Misfa is how you get to Warzone.
Kotalk wanted to try to negate it. It has that
Unless
layer of
I'm
protection.
unless I'm
and also
stupid.
if you wanted to respond with like an Ash
I don't
Blossom,
think
for
I
example,
am.
that could also be protected.
I got you. That's a really unique effect, like putting a
I
card
don't-
from
I
your
don't
hand
think
into
I'm
your extra
stupid.
deck. I don't think I've ever seen that line of text on a card before, to be honest.
Well, that's exactly what the Ryugi's kind of needed, and I really do like that fact that it's kind of been considered how can a deck
No,
fairly
I'm
kind of
actually
play
wrong.
around certain
Wait a minute.
interactions. As mentioned, when you start off with the
No, yeah,
Rising,
generally,
great
yeah,
way
that's
for
how
you
you
to
add
play.
stuff to your hand.
But then your next step needs
So,
to
like,
search
in doing
to
that,
the
you're
next
out
you
of
need
search,
too many
is
steps to
what
get the
gets me.
searches
Okay,
that you
this is
need to get
fucking
your
over.
field
Are you
being
shitting me?
built.
We go to the next game.
Especially that then does
Yeah, oh, come on.
Oh,
Whoa, whoa,
I
I summon
love
Typhon?
it.
That'll
It
give me a
all
chance.
sorts of
Like, come on, get
like
real.
factor
Be
goes
serious.
From the archetype, you're allowed to banish.
Okay, what
Predator.
happens?
It
I
can
just
be
saw
quite
something get
difficult
banished.
for
What,
Malice.
what was
It has
that?
the ability both to gain life points, but also
Is
it
this
does
just
lose an awful
banishing
lot of
for the
life
search or
points,
whatever the fuck?
when it's going through its usual
Yeah,
plays.
the
So
ones.
what is this first?
That's a
what do you want to
hilarious.
play for us?
So
We saw
what
they're
you have
about to
the
ash it.
ability for, so this
What
is
a
the
hilarious
Royalty Hack
piece of
Bar. So
ash
this is
bait
the
in this
worm
like
monster
specific
from the
matchup.
archetype. You're allowed to
It's
banish
like,
it
oh
from
yes,
hand and
you
add
can't
a
search
Royuki
Macrocosmos,
Worm wins. Now,
says the Malice
unfortunately, the
player,
Worm
and
wins
they're
is
like,
not a card you want to be having
okay,
in rotation.
if you
But as
say
we've
so. Oh, I guess I
seen,
can't get my
Yestin is actually
Macrocosmos.
quite
Like,
worried
damn.
about what that can lead to, and I feel that this
That was
kind
gonna
of
secure
shows
me victory.
again a little bit more of unfamiliarity with the Ryugi strategy, because if he had known what the Worm wins was,
Oh, they're saying that right now.
Worm wins during the opponent's turn, all cards sent to the graveyard is banished. It will actually benefit the Malice strategy.
Yeah,
can't
I
imagine
think that
Michael would
might
left it on
have
the field,
been
but it shows
really
the
smart bait.
fear of the unknown by using Ash Blossom as early. It now kind of frees Michael up a little
And
bit more here.
that's what
as
I'm
we've seen
about
with
saying.
Refiner
They just
being able
said
to
fear of the
activate
unknown, and it's like,
Ascendant
yeah,
Herald of the Art Light.
they just see a
This then
search for
benefits
a
him and knows
continuous
he's not
spell. They're
drawn
like, I
Control
can't
Lockbird in
let that
Yestin's hand,
resolve.
because being able to resolve the Misfar,
And now you
he's
get to
gonna
use
work
all your
his way
power
into the
searchers,
Ryuji
which is cool.
Rising,
Again, that's great.
and I feel that we could
That's what
probably
you
be
do.
seeing an end field here of, I would imagine, Varudras. And I would be very, very surprised if we
It's
don't
one of
at
those
least see a Protoss come
rogue
down,
decks
because if you can get
fighting
access
with
to the
knowledge or
Protoss,
lack
and
thereof
Yestin
is
doesn't have an
just
infinite
one of
impermanence
those
in the hand to negate
strange
the
things
Protoss,
where time
Protoss
is
being
like
dark
ticking.
itself and unable
Where,
to be destroyed by its own card effect, or card effects in general, I feel
a
that we're
deck
going
can
to be
become
hearing
worse just because
Michael
people know how to play
call
against
dark,
it, which is
which
so
will
it's such an
really
interesting.
slow
It's interesting to
Yestin
me
down
when
for at
in this
least a
game
turn. And then
the meta
hopefully
is
swing back to
decided
Michael on that one,
not
and Michael will
even
then
by
try and get some
skill or
damage
by
on the
the
field
existence of cards,
before
but by knowledge.
the timer does run out.
So how does the deck search Protoss?
So Protoss is a level 10
Because it's
worm.
something that like meta
So
or
off the
something
back
that's
of
something
the
that card
Ryuji
design
Warzone,
cannot.
you don't even need to send
You get
Ryugi,
me?
but you just need to have the ability to banish
That's
one
something
of
that
a
only the
Sea Serpent,
players
Dino, or
can
worm,
decide.
send a Sea Serpent,
And
Dino,
it's
or
decided
worm, and then add
in a
Sea
series
Serpent,
of
Dino, or worm.
moment-to-moment
Each one has to be
decisions
different, and as
that
we're seeing here, we're
are
adding the worm in
based
the form of
on
the Protoss, we're sending
lived
the
and
Dino,
learned
and we're
experience.
banishing the Sea Serpent. There are additional
Isn't that
effects
something?
that all of those Ryugi monsters will have. Sometimes if two cards have been destroyed, you can special summon the Dino monster from the hand.
Imagine if that
If
Ash
two or more
Blossom
cards
was
have been
used on
banished
the
that particular turn, you can summon the
card I
Hackbar
forget the
back
name
from
of,
the banish
Rising,
zone.
instead of
And
the
if two
Worm
or more
ones.
cards have been sent from the
it'd be
hand
over.
deck to the
Be over.
graveyard, you can actually summon back the Sea Serpent from the graveyard.
But that
as
guy
well.
doesn't know that.
Loads of additional effects that all
But
of
if
these
he-
cards have.
Whoa,
And we're
okay.
about to see the Guard Dragon Justica, which unfortunately right now can't
Oh,
lead
I
into
just
a
fucking-
synchro play.
there's a
because
Carbonite
the Herald
on
of
into
the
a
Art
Just-
Light,
that's sick as hell.
Diviner of the Herald is also a
Oh,
tuner.
yeah.
But because two cards
do you
have been
make with
banished,
that?
being the Dino and the Sea Serpent, we've seen Hackvar return to the field, and we're now going to see what we mentioned previously, being a level 12 synchro. And I can only imagine we're
is
going
a
to be going
12.
into the
Doom dies, yeah.
Snake Eyes Dragon. And the reason
Oh,
that
it's a
we're
level
gonna be
2
doing
tuner.
this
I
for
thought it was a
Michael
level
is
1
he's
tuner.
trying to
I was
put
like,
those
what?
different
That's not.
attributes in the graveyard. The
That's
Guard
a
Dragon
cool.
Justicar
This
is a
is
water,
great.
the
This
Hackvar
is
a
this is
wind,
you know what
and
this
then we
reminds me
already
of
saw
is
at the
Generator
start
just
that
a
he's
little
able to
bit,
put the Herald of the Arc Light
where
in
you're
there,
like
being
shoving in
light.
a bunch
If
of
he
like
becomes a
little things
Protoss,
to interact with
Protoss
like the
being dark
level line that
itself,
you've created, stuff like that.
Nibiru.
Hey,
Yeah,
so that
very
triggers
well played on that one.
Diviner, yeah?
Hear some
Couldn't
of
really allow.
Yestin's fans cheering when that Nibiru came down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
very
Assuming they have a
large
fairy, they might not.
Yeah, I feel it's a very large token, but this was an absolute pivotal point here. I feel that you needed to have an infinite impermanence, you needed to have a Nibiru, you needed to stop that Protoss resolving. The second Protoss resolve.
Do you think they run any fairies?
Feel that Yestin doesn't get another
Maybe
turn.
not. Honestly, I
feel
don't
that,
think
however,
so.
the pressure is going to be on Yestin. With only 4 minutes left on the clock, once it does.
This is
pass
really
down to
funny.
him,
Now
he's
Malice
going
needs to
need
play in
make
time.
sure that he has the ability to remove that token. As
Uh-huh,
you've already
'cause they
mentioned, it's
all
a
the-
very, very high stat token, and then still get some damage on the field to kind of make sure that he's guaranteed to
Dude's got a
leave
fucking
this
move
duel
though.
with an
This is like an awkward
8-2
place to be
record,
in.
giving him all the more chances to finish in that top 32 spot.
Okay.
What
Set
are
set
the
card.
plays here
Set
for
card.
Michael? Are there any more ways?
I don't
for
want
him
to see you
do
stall
that?
out.
Yes,
Oh,
no, he just seems to be
nothing.
passing.
Uh-oh.
I feel now that Michael is going to
Uh-oh.
need to rely on any particular hand traps he has. I would like to feel that in the draw phase, if there was a Lancer, that would have been used, and that would have been game-changing as well, unless he
Ugh,
wants to hold it here for a
that
bit of
sucks.
life points to be paid, and then chain the Lancia, but that doesn't
I mean,
look
I
like
can't
that
be
is
that
unfortunately
sad.
going
It's
to
like
happen.
you lose to one nib. That's it.
One tiny little interaction.
You
is, if
you
you're running
actually
some Dormouse,
secured
you
an
actually
Ash
wanna use
Blossom bait
Lancia straight
to do
away,
your plays, and you
because
lost
if
to
you
a
let the
good.
Your Mouse activate, your opponent's monsters will gain 600 attack this turn. So
That's just,
even
I
if
mean,
you
that
prevent them
sucks.
from
That
banishing
sucks,
anything,
man.
It's worth it just to prevent all of the Malice
Anyway,
monsters from gaining
I
600
really
extra
wish I
attack.
could find this
Yeah,
guy
exactly.
somewhere, but
So I think we're just reading the hack file now. So
Wait.
malicious card in hand, add a worm. If a monster is banished face up, this card is already banished, and there are at least 2 other banished monsters that are not itself, except during dash that you get to special summon this banished card. So, as White Rabbit was banished, I believe the play was to try and revive
Yeah, this
the
person's,
Hat card, because it doesn't require you.
This person's
So
vanished.
he tried to,
That's a
he tried
shame.
to revive it.
Yeah,
and
but I
it
don't
was,
believe it's a quick
What is
effect.
his
I don't think
name?
it's a trigger effect.
UK Nationals.
And there are now at least 2 other
Michael
banished monsters
S.
that are not.
Michael Ash.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like
because
trigger
it doesn't.
effect.
Yeah, because it doesn't say during that turn or anything else like that. So I believe the Hat card could possibly come back here.
Yeah, it was impulsed.
Ah, it was
No.
impulsed. Okay.
So Yesin just needs to play.
I think I
fast enough,
might
I
have
guess, and
found
there's no
this
interruptions
guy,
coming from Michael.
but
Yes,
not
there's no
this deck.
Lanciers. Nibiru could potentially be
shame.
a bit of a thorn, but I'm not sure with this amount of time on the clock that you have the luxury of.
The only thing we can
playing
like
around it.
conclude is that it
No, I feel
may
at this
not be
particular
the stun
point that
iteration
the
of the
most important
deck,
thing for Yestin is either to
which
push through, get
unfortunately
damage
is
on the
why
field
I'm
after removing that
agree
token,
for it,
or
why I
he's
wanna
going to have
get
to
in
rely on
on
the
it.
GWC to revive back a Malice monster and gain the life points that way.
Yeah, getting rid of the token, I feel like the Malice removal.
Malice is
oh,
still
here comes
fucking
Access
pumping,
Code,
huh?
I
Like,
suppose.
oh, they got okay.
That's
There's
always
the
quite good
access
removal.
code. They're just gonna win. Okay.
I was thinking you do need like a
And
either one of the
yeah,
non-target
blah, blah,
banishes
blah,
in the
blah.
form of Heart Scriptor or
Well,
Access Code or SP.
that was
but
cool.
SP obviously would
I think they
directly
played
attack directly, so we
well
don't
enough.
really
It's
want to
just
do that.
it's Nib, man. Could
Yeah.
you have
And it looks like Yestin is going
played
straight.
through Nib?
Haven't really seen
I
that,
don't
so
Literally.
All right,
just a
anything
special
cool
summon.
sticking around?
special summon
Memento
monster from his deck apparently.
versus
A token,
He's
yeah.
getting a bit
Oh,
ahead of
wait,
himself. Yeah.
versus what?
You went
Tearlman.
too fast, but this is
It's that
normal,
Tearlman player. Oh, so I think we know how this is gonna
and you are
go.
on stream, stakes are really high, so of course there is a bit of pressure on your shoulders, and we totally understand that. But for now, he's going to go through the Requiem, and one thing which is very interesting that we saw, the Tearlman strategy.
Happy
Thank you,
Now,
Memento.
for any more.
We're gonna watch
Now,
Tearlman
armies
spin their
from
wheels
there. Do we have
for
any
way too long.
Then you pins me stuff, and
Maybe
then
not that
I
long. It
guess
wasn't
we'll
even
try
10
to,
minutes.
just,
That's
make
not
some
that bad.
interactions and go to the memento stuff, unless he didn't draw any memento cards, but we don't wish him that, of course.
So let's see.
Yeah, Fiend's
I mean,
been
I don't know.
So good at just
You just gotta,
start
like,
with
burn
it,
their
just gonna
resources
force
out with the
cards from your
mementos.
opponent. You can use the
But
engraver
putting
to
their
target your
hand
opponent's
right there in
card.
the spell
You
traps
can use
is kind of
sequence,
weird.
and
I'm
I feel
gonna
like
be real.
sequence is a card you can't really let
That looks
go
really awkward.
uninterrupted. So,
And, like,
Absolutely.
Jinren having a look at
it's
a
a little
card in
shady.
his hand there. I'm just wondering what it could be. Oh, of course, it's the Havness that we know about.
Yeah.
And here we
Oh,
go.
and yeah. We have the Havnis effect, which is able to special summon
This
itself
player
and
is
deal
twitchy
3
in a way
cards.
that you do not see
Remember,
anymore.
in 2023,
I'm kinda fascinated
it was
by it.
absolutely insane because you had so many good meals of the Havnis. Now it's a bit less consistent, of course, but still is very, very frightening.
Players just making sure they get
And that's it. And to get in, you
happened. Did it?
A gobbo. Surely the
Yeah.
gobbo.
I
Oh
feel
no,
like
the
you
gobbo
normally-
came off of the
You know,
thing.
you use your engraver. You really want to see like them go like head to head.
Yeah, they went to interrupt the engraver.
Able
Blah, 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 blah.
to
Oh, they're
summon
actually
itself
resolving
and
Goblin.
try
They went
to
Gaddock
get access
Sleepy.
to the
Okay.
margin.
Yeah, so if you're in Jinren's shoes, are you going to negate the
Anyway, yes,
Gaddock,
players
or are you
twitchy
gonna
in a
let the
way you
Sleepy
don't
come
see
back,
anymore. I don't know how to
summon, and then
describe
try
it.
and negate the Sleepy?
This is the kind of twitchy you only see with like
I
people with like their
always wanted
hoodies up.
The Gaddock, you know, to remove body from the field.
God, you see like a
and,
Yu-Gi-Oh
and
player
try
and they
to
do like the
gain
hood up
access
with their
to
head
the
down
engine.
and they're
But,
like checking
I
their
mean,
cards all
ice
the time.
symbols are
That
fine,
used to like
because
maybe
as
signal
long
that
as
they're like
you
good at the
prevent
game, and
the
now it's just like a
player
fucking.
to
They're
fuse.
just like a fucking loser.
And here's the Sleepy, the Fuse.
I'm totally not saying that from experience.
Yeah, part of me wants to go ahead and try and negate the.
There's just like
Gaddock
an
straight away,
archetype.
and
You,
that
you
way
just
know.
know.
You know, if somehow it's dodged, then you've then got another chance to use a different negation. On
Been playing for
the
so
Sleepy.
long that it's like you
But
can just
instead we're gonna hold it
identify the
all the
type
way
of player
here.
a person is. You know,
Here
it's
comes the Bone Party.
Yeah.
Super
like oh, we're
powerful.
gonna be dealing with one of
It
these
is-
guys.
I wanted to ask, does Sully still send if it's dodged?
Absolutely not. And that's the
Absolutely
problem.
not.
Yeah,
Oh,
it doesn't
no.
work like the Malice in the Mirror, for example. You have
Yeah.
to negate the effect, and then you have to send a monster you control to the graveyard, which is of
So,
course
I don't know
very,
how
very important here,
you
because
navigate
we will
the
not
Little
be
Knight
able
and
to
the
send Kaleido Heart to
Kaleido Heart. The
graveyard,
Kaleido Heart might have
and
gone off
you
already.
will not be able then to revive the Kaleido Heart and to send another card to the graveyard.
Well, they
So
seem to have
it
everything they
removes
need.
a lot of interactions from Jinren's side, and he will not be happy with this one because I think now he doesn't have a lot.
Massive, but
Just just gonna
it.
speed through it.
It was,
Okay, and they finished? Who?
and this, it was,
Can get relaxed, of course, because
Oh, they took
he's,
it.
full
Okay,
out
they
in the drive
they conceded.
seat, and he's 1-0.
They
So
fucking conceded. That's
actually, and here comes
this guy got.
that,
They both have
something
2
great. This is
draws.
something great because this
Dude,
is
I mean that's not hard to
which
do
lets,
anymore.
Him add
But I'm still like,
a draw
dude.
card from the deck to the hand, so he's probably gonna
As
take
tier
a
limits on the
Solic,
Revolution
with a
sync.
Solic because
What year
not
is
only
it?
can it let you have a disruption, but also it can let you search a
Oh,
monster
that's
from
crazy.
your deck to your hand.
yeah, where was the
A
power tool
throwback.
dragon there? That's what we wanted to see, you know.
Yeah, true that. But we
I
saw
see a
another
Keldo in
thing
the
in
graveyard.
Gem's
This
graveyard
deck
because we
doesn't
saw
die, man.
the Molchon with Fuvolos, which can be hard to play around with the elements. So he's going
Oh,
to
it's under
Seymour
Fuvolos,
summon
too.
and go into Amri Tower, which because you can be sort of meta now,
As well, I was thinking, you
it's not that great. And
This really
one
says a
was,
lot
big
about
up,
the
yeah.
resilience of
yeah, now you can just set it
Memento, though,
anyway.
where it just
I wanna know, can you just wait
that
until it's
that
activated?
flip sucks, by the way.
The Tachinogo? I think it's fine, right?
Imagine if you tribute
It-
summon for a
it's
second
kind of
Tatsu and use the
dangerous, I
effect
guess.
because they didn't wait for the
That's
effect to activate.
to just if it's face down.
It might. It surely has to pop a face-up card, like, because you don't know the level if it's face down. It has to pop a
I
momentum.
mean, I'll
card,
admit,
so
I think it takes this level of
Let's check
vigilance to
that.
play tier
let's have a
limits
little
like
look,
this.
but
You
I
have to
think you could
be
wait, but I
so
suppose there's no need
aware
to play
of
with
every
fire.
moving piece.
And let it resolve. So just be safe. He's seen the hand. He knows there's
Mace,
probably not going to
mace,
be too much
mace.
happening. This time, Saliak
Scrim.
going to happily resolve.
Okay.
James just showing the last.
No, wait, there's no way. What was in his hand? I saw Aki.
Dangerous, I guess.
Hold on,
the
hold on,
damage-
hold on.
Just showing James, just showing James, just show. I think you
I
can wait,
saw
but
mo-
I suppose there's no need to play
Okay.
with fire. And let it
Because
resolve.
this is how it go. This is how it be with
Just be
Memento,
safe.
man.
He's seen the hand. He knows there's probably not going to be too much happening.
Wait, because he shows them.
This time, Saliak going to happily resolve.
Okay, Lacrima Aki. Okay, I almost thought I saw combined and Aki.
Oh,
It was gonna be like, no
James.
fucking way.
But yeah, depending on what you start with,
Okay.
And
then it
indeed,
cannot be great.
indeed, we start with the.
So we're gonna
scorecard.
see how
When
Memento
it
this
tracks,
Memento
it's gonna
Mementos.
add the Lurry, and then on resolution, we're gonna have Lurry channeling 1 and channeling 2. We're gonna have the Droll, and James' face tells us a lot.
Yeah, this is one of those reasons why, even though the Fiendsmith cards give you a higher ceiling, I think some players were thinking about not playing the Fiendsmith cards because you're playing into Droll, you're playing into
I also
Charmies,
agree with this, by the way. I think
and,
a
but,
bigger
I mean, I do
Fiendsmith
love to
engine
see
in
the
the
high
deck
combo
might be a
ceiling, but in
mistake.
situations like this, where
I think
you
it's too
start
much.
with that and you think,
Unfortunately, the
maybe it's
Fiendsmith,
like a Memento
bit-
starter,
it
then
can
maybe I'd have been
it plays
better
through Droll.
So yeah, I see. that
However,
he
the
does
rest of
have
your
a
deck,
lot more
you're
because we know
now
that he's using
like,
some
what do you do?
Multramis, and he would have used the Multramis earlier, of course, but as there is the Droll Logbird,
Your
he
Fiendsmith
chose
package
to activate this
eats
one.
the
So
one
we are just
Droll,
going to
and then
go,
it's like,
to,
oh, that just ruined
Fiendsmith
everything
combo,
for the rest of your
Fiendsmith
deck.
combo. We are probably gonna try to end up
That
on the
that
Caesar,
normal
Caesar, which
summon
is
Anguish in
really good
hand
against
looking,
Gentleman, but probably
not quite as good.
enough to stop all those lines of play, especially considering the
But it
fact
does
that,
depend on the rest of the
Caesar
hand.
has
Like,
access
you can do some
to
tricky
the,
stuff. You can,
Fenrir, which
if
can
there's a
literally just
goblin,
get
you
the
goblin
Caesar out of
essentially
the
be
table.
Gaddick.
So yeah, it's kind of a difficult
Or
situation
you
for
send
James, and
Gaddick
the goal
fusion,
that he has on top of the
get
Caesar,
fusion back, and now
some free
fusion's
spots that can
live,
help him.
stuff like that.
Yeah, Memento can actually get to the Memento combo just from the Fiendsmith cards, but
Absolutely.
not if you start with just a single track, because you need a couple of extra light fiends in the graveyard that requires you to start with the Engraver instead. So we're going to see what happens here. Also, probably not so helpful when you've already been hit with the Drone Lockbird.
So we have
Some cool decks here, though. Like,
6, and of course the
only
Caesar
a
is
couple
gonna
of
hit
these
the
made it to the
table.
top 32.
Is he gonna be?
They gotta do something
some
about
more
Rise
stuff,
on Mouse,
or-
man. Like, eventually it's gonna happen. Like,
Master
eventually
is
it
going
will
to
happen.
set-
You know what I mean?
I don't think Memento really... It's not like other decks where you're
I guess
sliding
it's a
in,
question
like,
of,
Solemns or
is
interruptions. I think when you're passing, you're
K9
just kind of
Vanquish
passing.
Soul
So
just
Jinren
gonna slam
pretty much
itself on
got
the table
the
so
ability to
hard
do
that
what
we
he
won't
wants
need
here,
to
as
hit
long as
any
he
of
can
these
do
cards
this
past the weird
Caesar.
semi-limit flood?
Do you think... I mean, it's
I
a
don't know.
fantastic answer to Caesar, is Fenrir, but I think a lot of players don't like having it in their deck going second, because it's a little bit slow compared to some other interruptions you could use. So maybe he doesn't have any copies of it in his deck.
I think it still is a pretty good card as it lets you deal with some of the threats of your opponent directly. You have a body on the field, you are able to force some interactions, and you are able
Because
to
I'm thinking of
search
how
the tournament
Ryzel
caster,
and
which is,
well,
of
not
course,
Malice.
great card
Ryzeal's
because
been
it
pretty
lets you
thoroughly phased out
extend,
in the
through
OCG.
the
That's some
interruption.
stupid.
So I
We'll
would
get rid of
want
the
to
king
keep
in a
the
sec.
Fenrir in my deck, but
But
I
you know,
would keep
the
some
Vanquishable
cards like
Canine
the
thing just
Unicorn, of course. But here we don't have
thoroughly
the Fenrir because we start right
balled
with
out
the
so much
tournament
stuff.
Rain of Heart, trying to send a monster from the deck to the graveyard, probably the tournament Kashtira. Is there an answer?
He's going to send something. James is going to have to think about when is best to use his interruptions with Caesar.
Oh, there is the Forbidden Droplet. Yeah, of course, the Memento players are used to play this card, and
It's
we
true.
going
We are
to
used to
try
play this card.
cut things off.
I'm not
from
sure why. I
now
think
at
it's
the
just
very start of the combo.
there's a
Is
benefit
there
to
something
discarding garbage in
Jinran can
hand,
do?
so like
Does
it
have something to
it
extend?
has a little bit
I think I
of extra
saw
utility in Memento.
Shiren in hand. So if
I
you
saw the
activate
Trudeau.
Shiren... Oh!
Oh!
Revolution. Okay.
And with the Rev
What do you
Synchron
mean,
and
Armataris?
special summon the Ancient
Armatari?
Dragon. Oh,
Black
this is
Rose
the Black
Dragon.
Rose. This is the Black Rose.
Look
If
at
we can get
dude,
rid
what
of
year
the
is it? What's
Caesar
going
right away
on?
with this Black Rose.
Okay.
What a card! What a way to deal with the Caesar. We talked about the Fenrir, but here he's doing more than that. And I am excited because there is a Sharon right after James.
That's
is
insane.
smiling, but it's not a good situation to be in right
How do
now
you fucking
because
have
he's going to
Destrudo?
pitch the Destrudo from hand and mill 3
Oh, their
cards. We
hand
hope for
was
him that
kind
there's
of
gonna be some
weird.
good cards.
Okay,
This,
wait, the mill's
field
important.
spell, the Solic, and another field spell. So this is
Just the
okay-ish, I guess, because he's going to get access to another name from the deck to hand.
Imagine
with
if the mill
Solic.
whipped. Like he fucking.
Yeah, surely for Jinran, he's got enough
you
stuff to
imagine?
be going on with here. He's going to search a Tillerman. He has
Tillerman,
used
Kashtira
his normal
probably.
summon, but I mean, even just like summoning all the monsters he has access to. He's got Destrudo in his grave. He's got the Revolution Synchron in his grave. He can do quite a lot for very little.
Oh, he's going to search the Half-Miss, which
The
doesn't special
Half-Miss.
summon herself on his turn. I mean, there's not going to be anything activated on James' field, I guess.
So let's see what Jinran has to play with. He can use the Ancient Fairy Dragon. You do want to be cognizant if you go into Ancient Fairy Dragon and summon another monster from your hand that it would cost you a battle phase. So you possibly don't want to pay 4,000 life points and then and then pass to your opponent unless you're going to do something very, very
I
cool.
mean,
10 minutes on the clock. Remember that
it's Destrudo.
they both have to win to get to top 32. So
It's
it's
true,
going
it was
to be
10
very
minutes
interesting to see how Jinran is going
What
to do
what
that.
field spell?
Comes the Ancient Fairy.
Oh, it's because
Here
of
comes
this
the
one.
Revolution
I mean, this is
Synchron.
probably the
Yeah, it's
only
one
synchro they
first.
got.
Oh, it's the
Can you go
Medora.
fuck
Good
yours-
one. It
Whoa.
does let you,
I'm
I mean,
sorry,
go
I'm
on,
like,
but
are
this
you
is a
kidding
very good
me?
interruption against Jam's deck.
Yeah, another layer of interruption.
I'm
Another
just gonna
conclusion that he's
just
found
luck,
the
the
how
luck.
powerful this Revolution
The luck.
Synchron is. We've seen it a couple of times. The fact
But yeah,
that it
Ancient Fairy
does
Dragons, if
start
they're on
to
Black
change
Rose,
your
Ancient Fairy's
synchro
probably the
summon
only
style
available summon
effect
they have.
or anything like that. You just use it straight in your hand. So getting a Black Rose through a Caesar is absolutely incredible.
Oh, and we are adding probably a Tillman Grief here. We saw that in
Grief.
Jinran's hand, which is a great card because it lets you special summon from the deck
What
and then
what are
right after send to the graveyard.
are they
by
looking at
card
their
effect.
side
So
deck? What's
could
going
be
on
a
there?
way to
No.
keep
What is? Oh, they just like took
comboing.
part of their
So
a
James
chunk of
is
their
a really
deck
good
off to
card
search.
right here, and yeah, it's a pretty good card. Not run by all the Chalmers player, but still a very good card to keep comboing. And yeah, Jinran
Is that this
still
other field spell?
trying to get something
think.
on the field. He's in a pretty good situation right now.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to run
No,
this
it's not.
extra Tillerman's Grief when you're running this Visa Amritara.
Unfortunately, I
on
don't
a
see this
target.
going
I
any
feel
other
like
way.
There's no way to
And he
They
will
just
prob-
it's just
he-
them just
he-
building the
and
field. Okay. I don't think I want to melodious. Like I don't respectfully.
Field.
Respectfully,
it worked
I
because we are
don't
right now
give
in
enough
top
of a
8,
shit
but
about Ryzeal. Mario Kart 8. So, I love the Road of the King. Oh, look at this. Uh-oh. It's Vanquished Soul. The Holly Sue semi-limits. Did I say Holly's? Holy Sue. they're gonna. What do you even hit? Ryzen or Xiaolong? I don't know. I'm gonna be real. The thing I'm embarrassed to admit, I still don't understand the Paradise Smasher thing. I have to like relook at what that card does and why it's good. I was gonna check something here and I've already forgotten. Don't I feel foolish? Oh, the top decks and like what happened to Ryziel and Mitsurugi, or Ryziel and Malice. Malice seems to be doing fine. I think Ryziel took one too many hits though. They still got 3 of the field spell even. Like, by all means, Malice is doing better over there. Like, as far as limits and all that go. I don't know if Ryziel has that same, like, convenience is the thing. I mean, if we go back to this older Road of the King, just from a bit ago. Yeah. Like, Ryziel's been phased out. It can't survive. Oh, I was playing Gem Knight last week. That's right. That deck was fun. Maybe we'll play a game or two. I got one other thing in mind. So let's see. I was looking at some tournaments. I saw an Orcus deck that topped. This deck's really cool. I'm gonna story time about Orcus really briefly. I played Orcus on release. Back with what a stupid thing to say, of course.
And we are back at the UK Nationals.
I'm just trying to put their background music on, you know.
Top 8 Cormac.
So like I played it on release because it was one of those times where the TCG and OCG had diverged. Because when Orcus got released, maybe I think it was just the first wave. It wasn't really much of a second Orcus wave. Kind of got everything at once. Except for Dingo came later. Anyway, they released alongside Danger, Tsuchinoko and Jackalope, which was like pretty sick. For example, so yeah, we have yeah, just Tsuchinoko. I guess Jackalope was in the first wave, wasn't it? Was it? Wait, Ultras. No, yeah, Jackalope was in the first wave. Okay. Point being, Tsuchinoko. So, I was like, okay, these are all dark monsters. What if I just shove all the dark monsters into one deck with Orcus, and then just see what happens? And like, I did okay. I'm on a humble brag, and then I went to a local with for like a case tournament, playing that deck, and you know. Dominic Couch was there, who I've known since he was a small child, and I managed to beat him. I lost to Faisal Khan, though. Two YCS boys who I've known since they were children, which is weird. It's weird because I was a child when I knew them, but I was older still. So it's like different levels of child knowledge. Whatever. And then Faisal and I think we ended up like splitting up. We both got the majority of like a box or a case or something, and I pulled like another Tsuchinoko. That's cool. But yeah, it was one of those cases where like, who the fuck knows what was happening? Because it's Dark Vomit, and people were like, what? That's a bad card. I don't know why I thought this was something noteworthy. So that said. And then, of course, that thing happened, of course, which always happens, is that the deck got refined and good, and I lost interest, which it happens. But I'm trying to, like, look at this build and be like, okay, what does it do? Is it a combo deck? And I don't know if it's much of a combo deck. Orcus is very good at playing on the opponent's turn. That's its whole thing. And that doesn't seem to have changed here, except, you know, it just has starters, right? Like, Girsu's a really good starter. This guy is an incredible, like, utility piece, but it's on your turn only. None of these are quick effects. They're cool effects. And New Galatea is a really good resource grabber. But I don't know like what the lines are. It doesn't feel like there are many lines, you know? It looks incredibly straightforward. The only thing is that Fiendsmith crap is expensive now. Which, I mean, duh. But expensive in, like, a shittier way. You know what I mean? It's expensive in a way that's, like, more miserable. Because now it's like a bunch of the individual pieces cost money instead of there being one money card. Just stupid. Ugh. But I do have an ultimate rare rarity collection. Dings knocking around. Not the good ultimate rare, which happened, I think, right? That this has like 2 ultimate rare printings. Neostone. Oh yeah, the OTS version, and then the prismatic ultimate rare, which I think might be one of the ugliest rarities they've ever made. Like, what do we got? Anyway, this deck's cool. I don't know if I feel like playing it like now or anything, but Orcus is a cool deck. So one thing I wanted to do to make use of my time this morning is that I have prog later today, almost right after stream, and I thought I would just like do that because I haven't done my polls. So what? How's about I do that? We're pulling on. Oh, you can't really see. We're pulling on Star Pack, Battle Royale, and Duelist Saga. I don't really make the decisions anymore for what packs we're pulling and what amount. I delegate that because so I don't lose my fucking mind. Star Pack's pretty interesting though. I'm gonna pull quite a lot of cards from there. This really tells you what was being played. This was like what? This is like the reprint set to go next to like Necroz and all that. No, this is much later than Necroz. This is just like Secret Enforcer reprints. Yeah, not. I mean, yeah, these were Secret Enforcers. This is like we're moving the Link era. Let's like reprint all this shit from frames, I guess. Which, yeah, cool. Oh, that Christopher was $2. I wonder why.
And we are back here with...
Okay, I should turn on like maybe some music or something. Give me a moment. I haven't heard the Duelist or the Roses OST in quite a while, so this can't really like hurt. I always feel like I'm like overdoing it with this one, but it's been a bit. Yeah. But yeah, let's just see what we get. My prog polls are notoriously not very good. Like, just honestly kind of miserable. I don't know how I managed. Watch me pull like no Yosenjus. Okay. Just like maybe Yosenjus. Just give me Yosenjus. If you give me Yosenjus, like... is that really loud? Do you all remember when I streamed the Falsebound Kingdom? What the fuck? What an interesting time that... Low? Okay, give me like the monsters though. That would be sick. If you gave me like the actual like Yosenju monsters, I think maybe I could like not want to denounce my fate. No? Okay. 132. Awesome Delta Room reference. Yosenju's a funny deck. I always hated playing it. Because again, it's a deck where it's like, this isn't very good. It's still annoying. I feel like I'm missing comma 2. I feel like I'm missing 2. Like really missing comma 2. Now, I may have pulled it in a previous set. I don't trust like that, though. Okay. Duelist Saga. It's a reprint set. You know how it is. Garbage. I don't know why... I'm gonna be real. I don't know why we're only playing 3 packs of Duelist Saga. Okay. one comment too. Dude. It's not even really a good one, but like, it's like it just kind of is emblematic of my luck. Anyway, obviously I'm not rerolling any of that. I just, you know, tools. I download. This is how I do it. I don't know if it's efficient to do it this way. I've never really been sure, to be honest. Let me open this. Actually, get it. As well as make sure I pull up the historic, because we do a historic band list kind of deal, you know? I don't think is Tenki on here yet? Is Tenki on our band list? No. But I can show you our band. But impressive. We got like the visual thing going. Not everyone I play with understands, because it's a 4-person prog. Not everyone knows how to hit cards very properly or all the time. It's like, Dino Mist was really good. I'm gonna ban a Dino Mist card and just kill the deck. Just no knowledge on how to like slap something. It's shoot it in the head. That when the Psy-Frame field spell got limited, and I'm like, well, I guess no one's playing this anymore. And like, why? There's nothing wrong with it. I'm like, the deck's dead. It's gone. Which I'll do at times, but usually it's like with historically problematic decks. I feel like I banned Hornet. That feels like a me move. I feel like I banned... I don't know. I probably would have banned the Monkey Board, to be honest. But then you get banned Bujin Yamato. Ban... still wearing Kirky on. I actually banned Deneb. That was me. I'll be real. But that was like one person had that deck, so it's appropriate. It's just... it's... Limits are limits. Limits are like... The limits feel like what... Feel like bans, you know? Where it's like, well, I have to limit... God, why is Sombre here? There are 2 Gonzler monsters here. I feel like limits are my wheelhouse. It's where I live. Like, I know I've limited Toy Vendor. As well as, probably Kingdom of Skull Servants. Anyway... the reason I'm here, however, is to make sure that... Wait, this isn't right. Oh, I have to relaunch them. I was like, oh, my new shit isn't here. So what, do I just run Yosenju? Is that... Let me pull this up. I don't think I have... Is it even game capture? What is it? How does this work? I don't know. Where is it? Oh. Oh, good, it's a weird shape. Oh, I do have it. There it is. So, my previous deck, basically, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I pulled an awkward combination of... I pulled plenty of Invoked, as you can see. However, nothing else. So I wasn't really going to be able to do Fluffle. So I just pulled up, like, that weird Edison deck where you run, like, Fabled Caitius and a Kushano and make, like, a discard destruction engine. I don't know. I just ran an Edison deck. It may not have been smart. Though I do like this package, by the way. This is like kind of sick. So, anyway, I'm gonna run Yosenju. This is kind of, yeah. I don't know how you do that. It's the problem. It's crazy. Isn't it crazy, like the weird Yosenju cards they made? Tribute this card. Target a Yosen training grounds. Plays 3 counters. What a weird card. So, yeah, while I'm on 1,2, the others are better. Like, a billion times better. I don't know. Have they made Yosenju stuff since, like, those layers in Whirlwind and all that? I don't know. Well, hold on a second. Where's the other pendulum? Yeah, they haven't released the other pendulum yet. So that's important. Oh, I'm looking at Master Duel. I mean, okay, hold on. Yosenju Sabu, that card does not exist yet, I don't. No. Which is fine. Oh, right, you can run Yosenju with like a weird Nemlaria hybrid. I love that. So do I run the pendulums? I don't know. I'm just looking at different cards right now. God, the Yosenju pet, the L and the R are bad. Like, I knew they weren't good, but like they're bad in a really like specific way. That's tragic. Wait, each reason is summon, place a Yosen counter. With any number of Yosen counters, Gateway. Yeah. It is literally Gateway. They just made Gateway again. Great, guys, good. That seems... This is no penguin, but a trap. This is a secret book. This is a good card. Let me look at this guy. Some of these do. Sujuk is just a cool extra Yosenju. Yeah. Oh yeah. Why? This seems at the start of the damage, so fucking shitty gores with extra steps. What a piece of shit. This is a normal summon. You can special summon Yosenju from your deck. It's like, why would you want to do that? Okay, Cataster. Okay. This is okay. This is pretty alright. I have one of them, and also the pendulum still isn't anything to write home about. Shame. There's like something that just sets the spells from your deck. It's no, Yosenju Orochi channeling. Yeah, that's what you need. And I believe that card just straight up does not exist yet, so. Now it doesn't mean I can't run of the mill Yosenju. Nothing's wrong with the stun deck, yeah? Well, I still have trap cards I can run. Single copy of 2 training grounds. I don't know. So these return to my hand. So, okay, here's the problem with fucking secret move. You have to control your Yosenju card. And have monsters. This is never going to be live. Am I crazy? you have it's gonna only negate shit on your turn. So like, what's the fucking point? Right? What the hell? Man, I don't know. What else do I have though? Melodious? How are Melodious looking? Do I have a first movement solo? Do I have a first move? No. That sort of invalidates the whole deck, doesn't it? If I don't have that. I don't particularly want to run like fluffless stuff either. Fine, you know what? I'll bite. What's my DD setup look like? Fucking dismal, man. What the fuck is this? Have we just not... What the hell do these cards come in? I mean, like, look. Eventually I'll be able to play it. Like... Wait, did I type in DD run? Hold on. Oh! Hold on. Can I do it? Two of this kind of sucks, but can I do it? I can try. Three Forbidden Chalice. What am I doing? I mean, Dark Contract with the Witch alone is pretty cool. I don't think this is anything. I mean, this is kind of cool. That's fun. You, of course. You. Which one are you? Summon a DD from your hand. It's a fusion card. The problem is, like, what the fuck do you do, right? Slime needs to only hand its materials. It's like you have to get shit off of the field, and it's hard to do. Sap Savant Nickel. Oh, whoopsie. Hold on. Large. Blue, I had it small. Oh yeah. Can't read this. Oh, it fits better. Kind of. Kind of. It actually fits wrong in a different way now. We'll deal with it. Let's go to DD details. Okay. Oh man. Okay. I mean, we got Baphomet. Baphomet, who changes one monster's level. Like, am I just loading on slimes? Is that all I do? What's Galilei do? Discard targeted thing and turn it to hand. Okay. It's so you can bounce things before they burn you. Cool. This is a crazy... Why would you have... So the problem with requiring DDD monsters is that there aren't that many. I'd have to like revive Arc. I don't know if this is viable. I'd have to like just like sit on some stuff. Can I even make King Tell very reliably? Probably not. I don't... Oh, get out of here, you two. I mean, like, what do you even do? You just... Actually, this is fine. I can just sit on dark. This is perfectly perfect. That was a little too good. Yeah, this sucks. This is better. This results in an arc with, like, 3 background. I mean, I don't know. Tricky. Man, you're a 5 skill. I can't even summon Pandora off of you. What the fuck? Ugh. I guess you can human resources up and... Ew. You know... This doesn't suck that much. I'm kind of shocked. Oh, why is instant fusion? Instant fusion. I'm surprised. So no instant fusion. What do you? No. No. Not have to. So like, do I have like some cool level 8 monsters I can just like slam on the table and like make up effect monsters? I don't know. Like stuff that can go alongside DDD. I don't know if we're really at that point in the game where there's just free shit like that. At least not super excessively. Accessibly. Strange collection of cards. This is, oh, there's Phantom Drag. Yeah, I don't know, I was just thinking maybe it'd be something normal summon without attributing. Ew. Ew. Gross. Yeah. So what like important cards am I forgetting? Like, do you think there's any good like just pendulum vomit I can run with this? It's kind of hard to like look up a good deck for this too because it's like, oh, we have Wavering Eyes, but I don't run into pendulums, do I? That's the tricky part. It's like, okay, Wavering Eyes on what? But yeah, the issue with DDD is like, there's so many cards. I'm just. Does Piri Ray map exist yet? I don't think it does. Nor if they have it. I don't think that card's out. Oh, there's 1-for-1. Yeah. But just the lack of any extra deck monsters stings. Yeah. I mean, okay, it's not the end of the world. Like, it's kind of just a matter of like making a beatdown strat. Yeah. 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 I'm gonna look at my other. Hold on. Oh, we might not even be doing prog today. We're not doing prog today. Well, cool. Just gonna... Up. Good. Okay. Give me a moment. I'll just unwind. I really do wish I'm gonna pull up Omega. So I wanted to just clean out some old decks I don't need anymore. Which, all these Edison decks. Etho Castle, sorry buddy. Melodious Chimera. Horizon, I'll keep that. Some of these I can do. What are you? Oh, it's a gimme. Why is Phospho up here? Oh! This is some bullshit idea I must have had. Is this like when Mimighouls were brand new? Yeah, there's 3 of these. This is when Mimighouls were brand new and I was like theory crafting like a weird Earth flip vomit thing. That's awesome. Don't slip the Dogs of War dot deck. When either player draws a tuner, they can reveal and draw 2 cards. It's just hand trap deck. And the Final Countdown. Dude, Final Countdown got limited since I made that deck. That's insane. That's crazy. That's crazy. Orcus? Oh no, honey, no. Hold on. I need to clean things out, okay? It's gonna make me feel better. Every fucking Chimera deck, it's just... All my Nightmare Apprentices sitting in my collection somewhere. Oh. So, why am I here? Oh, that Brazilian Cosmo deck, that was really terrible. Then I decided to like play a bunch of games with it online. I should do this again sometime. Has anything been hit? Oh, they lost Baron. Oh, it's unplayable. This was weird though. For those that don't remember, some like random Cosmo deck like popped a regional in Brazil. It was terrible. It was just awful. But like, so I played a bunch of games with it online, and I was still like 50-50 on wins, and it was like, what the fuck? Thought I was going to be in the lead though. Is there anything more demoralizing when it's a deck that you really thought you were going to play though? You really thought. It does feel bad. Yeah. So what? I wish I was playing Ryuge. I thought about Orcus. Eh. Eh. I'm just perusing some stuff. Thinking about picking up Liza P. Oh, that's fine. It is a shame to have to pick up so much stuff on console when I can't stream it because I don't have a stream setup for consoles. Which, even if I did, would take some work. Truthfully, it's because my PlayStation 5 is nowhere near my PC. So, does it hook up to the monitor? I do not remember. It would take a little bit of doing. Not impossible. Okay. So now that I don't have the pressing matter of prog, I guess I can just like play whatever. Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, not like a different game entirely. Oh, that's creepy. I didn't know. I had to look at something on Blue Sky, and it's like following my mouse. Should I play some Gym Night? I don't know if I remember how to play the deck right now at this moment. Not that I really did at the time. Sure, let's try it. It's so long since I've watched Gundam Seed, and I've watched several Gundams since, though I've slowed down. Did you know I have Gundam opinions now? You know, it's been like a long year. I have wild and crazy opinions, the likes of which you've never heard, like Thing Good and Thing Bad. The thing they don't tell you about watching anime is that you will form opinions at times. These opinions may be at odds with others. You never see it coming, but really taking its time, huh? And here I usually just get into games so quickly. I really do need to play some IRL Yu-Gi-Oh! We went to a pretty decent local in a mall. And like it just moves spots in the mall to a bigger store, so it's like, oh, they must like be doing well. Like that's like a good sign, right? Like they've moved to a larger location within the mall after they've been in one spot for years. Like that tells you things are going well. It happened. It's good. They apparently have Commander Knights too, so I do want to like ask about that and see like, hey, how do you? I mean, people do you get? What's the power level like? It occurs to me I had not joined queue. Click, click. Hello, what's going on? Man, how many times has this happened? Where I like tab out and then like I leave the queue. I'm gonna say DD's another deck that I played it almost as early as I could and then fell off. That one's a little harder to like judge because like that deck was never really good. But I played it like earlier than it should have been playable. Jesus. Hey buddy. Okay. Activate you. I'm gonna send you 1 month. guess I just like normal summon, yeah? And just... Do I just make Phantom Quartz? Do I make Phantom Quartz or do I Fiend Smith? I don't actually know. Let me just see. We're just experimenting. Oh. Ooh. So I've normal summoned. I gotta think about how I do this. I think I just get dispersion. So... Now that I have Gemini Fusion in my graveyard, I can use the first version like to its fullest. I don't think I want to add anything to hand because I've normal summoned already. I can't like do anything more, right? So I fusion summon. Am I stupid? Oh, okay, hold on. I'm not stupid. Okay, so saying you? And I don't know, another hollow core? I don't want to summon you. And use you. Discarded one of you. I probably should have discarded the Fua, but like, whatever. And use you. What the hell do I add to my... Another dispersion. Right? I can add something? What do I add? Armadillo. That's not really gonna do anything. Once protecting someone. Well, cause what I. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Activate. Just get a normal summon in there. Just pad out the hand more, right? Put Gemini Fusion in my hand by banishing you. Oh no. And then I just fusion summon you, right? It's that easy? I guess it is. I have to keep her, because, yeah. I'll make you? And I do this. God, you just get anything? Holy shit. I think I want to grab Quartz. Because I want her to, like, be alive? I don't know. I'm locked out, right? I'm locked into fusion. So what I should have done at some point was make SP first. Because you want to have SP out with Aquamarine. I'm just gonna get you. And then you. I mean, I got hollow. It's a shame that this is only on my own turn. Okay, you Bell. You just went right for this. Wow, that's crazy. I never remember when you do this. No, you ash the tract. Or it's a saint. Which you can't use? What are you even sending? No. Also, you have this, which makes life harder, but you just sent another copy of the Smith. Okay, this is where we get a little. This is where hollow core happens. No, what are you doing? Doing this all out of order. I gotta say, I'm kicking myself for not just fools. I could have an Ash every turn. Or I could have a dead card. Get real, come on. At what do you... When do you banish? It's probably just another... It's probably like Absorb Fusion or something that banishes Quartz. Because I'm just looking at the banish effect and I'm like, when does this become relevant? I don't think it does in the build I'm using. Anyway, this is where I Ash Blossom. And the U-Bow. And then negate the U-Bow. So they can still what? They can put the Requiem on Fiendsmith and pop something? Like, oh no. You normal black chroma? Oh yeah, this thing. This thing. Where are you at? This is the annoying one to destroy. Does it send? I guess it does send. Destroy. Oh. Yeah. Well, damn, they showed me. Can't be targeted, right? I can just attack over this thing. Oh, what? Okay. I didn't expect that. Awesome. That's great. Yeah, I don't know, man. Fiendsmith U-Bow, I'm going second. I'm going second. I'm going to Fiendsmith U-Bow. I'm not too worried about Droll. Nib's still okay here. I think. Yeah. Maybe. It might not be. Actually, I don't think Perulia does much. Is the thing. Brilliant Fusion. I haven't seen Brilliant Fusion like in all my testing. That's crazy. I'm just shotgun. This is where Droll would have helped, actually. I'm mistaken. Ugh. Really? Alright, I mean, I got a hell of a selection. With the hollow core, that makes sense. I mean, Armadillo can just get it, but See what they do. Oh my god, he's tatted. This stings. Oh, we get a draw. Yeah. Oh. Excellent draw. What do you even get? You have nightmare. Are you gonna get favorite contact? Or whatever? What's a better Ash right now? Because I can't do anything against opening the spirit gates. When this thing pops, it'll summon something. That's what the Ash is better spent on. They shouldn't make Phantom of U-Belt for... Okay. I didn't expect that. Do you think they'll go right into Phantom without popping Spirit? Ooh. Okay. Oh, whoa. I mean, yeah, right? This takes care of everything? Cool. I made the right choice then. This is a great song. All right. Ooh, what do you got? Droll, huh? That's cool. Means I'll just end on a Fiendsmith one. And I'll never know what I'm playing. Fuck me, I'm stupid. It's Lacrimus, send to Fiendsmith. Yeah. This is where I get nervous, because I'm like, fuck, what do I do, man? Attach you to her for Necroquip. I'm not running Necroquip. Oh. No one told me that. Part of me wants to just like normal summon this over the sequence just to have just no fucking point in doing it. Don't do that. No. Don't be stupid. Just play your game. I now forever associate this song with that one Reverend video where it plays at just the right time. Of course they got it. Why wouldn't they? It's a unicorn. And if I do that, whoa, I can't respond with Desiree, can I? Can. Wait, what are you negating? You're just gonna hit Desiree? Man, do I respond? I don't particularly. I don't know. You're not stopping imperm. Whatever. Alright, fine. What else do you have? What are... Okay. I mean, they don't know I'm on Gem Night, and I don't know what the fuck else they're on. It's just like cyber stuff. Okay. Sure. Yeah? Once in a blue moon. You pull it off. Alright, second against Saber. All these cards are still good. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. I guess you control here. Do I draw over Perolia? Tough call. Yeah, here. Hey, how's this work if I chain another Fua? Does it dodge it? I don't know. I'm gonna find out now because I'm stupid. Okay, that's half. That probably answers it. Yeah. You know, one nice thing I'll say about the new Gem Knight stuff is that it feels as though... I want to say, like, it doesn't reinvent the deck in, like, that critical of a way. Let me say. Like, it feels like it still wants to play older cards. I don't know. So, much like the commentator commenting on the Memento Fiendsmith thing, this does leave me open to Droll, which has happened, in a way that turns off the rest of my deck. Which now, if this is just an Ash target, take it. Okay, summon. It's probably not the ideal order to do it in. I think I'm supposed to open on the Requiem. Or do the Requiem equip first, just to, like, you know, fade out interaction and all that. Also, I don't need to do... I'm not running Necroclip. I don't even need to do this. What am I doing? Okay, so... You can't make Esper IP off of a Link monster. Man, what am I... I feel fucking crazy. No, I hollow core. I gotta drink my fusion in here, which is good. Because I can just make whatever the fuck I want. Yeah. It's gonna be rose time. So you from deck. And I guess quartz. Use a material for fusion and send the graveyard or banish. Add a gem monster from grave to hand. Okay. Yeah. I don't want any of these in my hands. Well, I want you to trigger. Sure, let's recycle some shit. Oh, I've messed up. Whoops, that didn't summon her. Yeah. Just give me this version, please. Fortune? Where's Hollow? Where did Hollow? Oh, Hollowcore's right here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna equip this. I need to get a Hollow Core into my graveyard, like, right now. The fact that it wasn't there sooner is, like, an error on my part, to be honest. Oh, can I just... Should I make SP now? No, I need to make a Dread Knight now. But then... I'm not locked out yet, okay. Shit, no. I want to get my extra normal off of you. Let me get that fuck-ass armadillo. Hell yeah. Let me normal summon that armadillo. Oh yeah. I mean, this... Rose will protect me, so I'm not, like, in all that much danger. Okay. So then... make you, and you, and you, right? Add some shit to my hand, because, you know, which really just, it can be anything, because it'll just be fodder for Brilliant Rose, right? Okay. So then, I special the Rose, right? So now, this doesn't even lock me out. It's crazy. You're gonna chill over here, okay? Good. And then I'm gonna fusion summon. Ow. To make dispersion. Shuffling literally all of you. All you guys. So, huh. Prismora is just kind of chilling. Hollow Core live? Hollow Core live. Is Hollow Core once per turn? It is. So we got Hollow Core negate, Imperm negate, Desiree negate, IP making Little Knight while triggering the Aquamarine bounce, and like kind of protection. Phantom Quartz is just chilling. I probably could have done something with like those. I could just make an SP between Prismora and... But like, there's not much... This wasn't the most optimal, but it's created a really strong board. Something cool about Dispersion is that it lets you use the older Gemini fusions to an extent, which I really like. Okay. Okay. And then... You know what? No. 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 What? What'd I do wrong? Here, you know what I can still do? Doing it. Yeah, do it like that. Yeah. Go. Alright. Good job, everyone. I probably shouldn't have used Desiree, but whatever. Oh, yeah. Wait, what? Really? I didn't think if you didn't choose to attack, it would still do that. That's really something. Okay. You know what's crazy? Do you know what's insane? Watch this. Make dispersion by using this and this. Oh, and the banished one too. Dispersion again. And then I can just sack dispersion to get the aquamarine back out again that I shuffled back in. That's interesting. Oof. A sphere mode? And who the fuck's on sphere mode anymore? Damn. Well, okay. Like, let's go for it. Oh my god, I can't. I forget how cards work sometimes. Just give me the search of stuff. I would like to get Aquamarine back out. Can I just loop things this way? I want to see this. Really? It has to be main deck? Is that like... That's fucked up. Oh no, I just added it. Okay. Well, at least you can attack, buddy. I'm just gonna pass it. Yeah, I'm here for donuts too. I had a donut in a while. That's not a lie. I had made donuts less than a month ago. Oh, this sucks. Still can't attack with it though. Sure. Aliens, yeah. I mean, that's gonna limit you. There's a lot of good reptiles. Everyone's trying to hybrid out the reptiles now, so... Do I just want to go to game 2? I don't feel like this is gonna... Because I can't even Fiendsmith pop under any of this. I don't think I can get the Aquamarine to bounce anything. I think it's not smart to keep playing at this point. I think I'm just gonna do this. Okay. Well, I know what I don't fucking need anymore. Duster. Stuff that gets me to Duster. I don't know. I mean, anyway, Aliens is a funny deck you can, like, actually probably play now, because... But mostly Aliens is a hard part, because like I said, there's a lot of good reptiles, and those reptiles are best enjoyed together. You're gonna see no shortage of things that say to play it with Ogdoadix, whatever you call. Yeah, it depends how much they're willing to be flexible on that. Aliens got access to like that really cool card, Planet Pollutant Virus. Everyone loves Planet Pollutant Virus. Now I have lots of Gem Knight stuff at my disposal. So I think I'm gonna Armadillo into Hollow Core. That feels right. I've been talking all day about me playing stuff on release until I got tired of it and it got good. Aliens are something I did play on release, though I didn't get tired of them because they were good. Okay. And then I'm gonna disperse. So I'm gonna use the Hollow Core on field. How many materials do you need? You do need 3. So yeah, my Hollow Core on field are on, like, you. So, trigger you. I don't want to use the quartz though, which is it feels wrong that I don't want to use it, because it feels like I want to get stuff in my hand, but it's just not happening. I get dispersion, right? Okay, so I have Hollow Core protection right now. That's good. I think I then turn you two into Masquerino. Man, I'm doing all this without making Phantom Quartz. That feels wrong. Feels very wrong. I also missed my extra normal. That's my bad. Shouldn't have done it that way. just give me another Nephrim? And then I turn you into the other guys? Yeah. 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 What an insane thing you can do. I don't have any need for Prismora. And that's it. Not going into Phantom Quartz during any part of that combo felt wrong. Like, it feels like I did everything wrong because of that. But I do have the Masquerina Aquamarine combo, which... I don't know. I'll take it. Like, that's what I want. Of course. Yeah. I don't want the ball around. Say goodbye to the ball. What do I do? Like, do I ash this? Do I ash it so they don't get another sphere mode? I guess. If I was really smart, I would probably just play around sphere mode. What's a continuous card? Monster Reborn. What? I'm sorry, what are you targeting? Oh, my Deseret. I don't want you to do that. No? I don't know. Probably gonna like really do. Okay, so is that their skill? Is that their skill drain? Is that what this? Blech. Can't attack. Ugh. I mean, no. This is fine. This is completely fine. Like, it's actually completely fine. I just gotta figure out what I want to do. I'm gonna do it like this. Oh, I can't do Hollow Core. Not the way I want to, at least. Hold on. What's in my graveyard? Just Gemini Fusion. Banish. You. Get you back. Okay, I can just make Seraphonite or another... No, not you though. Oh yeah, so what I'll do is Gemini Fusion. Make Dispersion using Aquamarine. You. Which activates this. And gosh, I would love to use this effect. Wow, that was actually a terrible combination of cards. I'm bone dry on resources. Can I win? Hold on. Yeah. 38, 47, 57. Yeah, it's game. Why can't I attack? What did me forget? What did I not read? There's something I didn't read. Hey, gang, let's get Hollow Core in the graveyard. Let's shuffle Desiree back in. All my fiends are in my deck, so you know what that means. Nothing, because I'm locked into fusion monsters. It's fine. it's actually fine because I can do this. There we go. Hollow core go away. That's what matters. Is that hollow core is in the graveyard to take care of the super ancient organism. Which I don't think that matters actually, because it's how you negate continuous spells. Man, I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know how that interaction works. Negating effects when it's a continuous trap card has always been a weird thing. Because it doesn't negate the card activation, it's just the effect. But when it's an on-activation effect, I think there's a different interaction. And I don't know. Game's hard. Game's hard. Yeah, you know it's weird. Bro. Okay. It's fine. I can just do this. This doesn't even affect me. Lurie? Where's Lurie? Oh, I shoved them in already, yeah. Hopefully that doesn't cause any issues. Reptiles need more extra deck monsters. Yeah. So I can't activate Fiendsmith's effect under Ancient Organism. I don't know, man. I wish I could just make Little Knight. I mean, I can, you know what I mean. Well, I can do something really stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna do the stupid play. So, Friendo here can't do anything, and it's not going to get an attack boost without Requiem. So what if I just, you know, did this? Oh, and I can do this too. Oh, even better. Send that, and then Little Knight banish that? Yeah. Did I just miss the trigger? Yep. That's fine. Everything's fine. Thought that was her other trigger effect and not the other trigger effect. That's cool. It's fine. It's fine. It's Feather Duster. Omega exhausts me, chat. That's funny. That's really funny. Okay, do I just... It's kind of disgusting how efficient of a resource the paintsmith stuff is. It's actually gross. I win. Is this more damage if I do it this way? 3k? It's more damage if I do it this way. Like, is there any reason not... Well, wait a minute. No, hold on a second. Wait. 1, 2... Okay, hold on. I think I just went here. Oh, of course, I have sequence and does already. I need to... That's 4,000. Yeah. There we fucking go. Goody, game 3. I need it to stop. I need to end. I need my suffering to. I need my suffering to end. I need my suffering to end. 1 second. Okay. Nothing particularly changes. No. So. Reptiles, what does reptiles are good extra deck monsters? Was it just whatever reptilian cards have? What? I saw the DM, but I just thought that was for... I mean, it is for Dragoon. What's happening? It's really coming full circle on me talking about how important knowledge is in this game. But yeah, they made really good reptilian cards. Reptilian. And they're so good that it's hard to make more reptilian cards. I say that as if that wasn't just the most recent wave of support. Like, of course they haven't made more since then. Because they just haven't made more. But I don't know why aliens can't get more. I don't think there's any reason for that. They got like a link, I think. No more synchros though. Unless I'm misremembering. Ammonite's a cool card. Just, oh my god, they just fucking went right into Dragoon into Sphere mode. They do it. Okay, they got a second link that's not an alien. Okay. What do you want to do? Get me tracked. Tracked? Okay. I need to get Hollow Core. I need Hollow Core. I need Hollow Core Tails. Okay. This is good. Because it's a cost. Cost from deck, by the way. You'll love to see that. Okay. Attempt the dispersion. Okay. This is great. Oh, this is perfect. Okay. Send you with on-field hollow core so we can get it. No. Give me card. Soul Crossing. Oh, this can't be allowed. No. Oh, no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do I think I just. I kind of don't want to banish my Gem Knight fusion. Is the problem. So this targets. This can't be destroyed and or targeted. Do I even fucking bother? I don't think I do, weirdly enough. Alright, bring the suffering. Yeah? You're having a hard time deciding between this and the... Come on. Guido. Okay, yeah, give me the ball. Okay, what am I adding to hand? Fucking dispersion, I guess. I mean, okay, it's not over. Dragoon used its negate. Dragoon used its negate. So, like, that's done. I can still Brilliant Fusion something out. So, how about this dispersion? Sending you. You. So this will lock me into fusion monsters. That's the issue. That is an issue. And I don't think anything else I add to hand is gonna, like, help a lot. That's too bad. I forgot this is the Brilliant Fusion Searcher, but I already have the Brilliant Fusion. It's not great. I'll figure something out. Can't be targeted or destroyed? I mean, I'm fucked. Surely I'm screwed. Do you take damage from? Oh yeah, I can't attack it. I can try this out. Banish one of you. Not a lot I can pop. I'd much rather just, like, do this. Brilliant Diamond? Just you and... Oh. Okay. That's fine. What was that about reptiles? We love reptiles, right? Yeah, aliens are kind of icky. They get, occasionally they get like a really cool spell or something like this. Send an alien monster. It's like, this is fine. It's just... This just has a cool graveyard effect, but you can't burial goods it, unfortunately. What else happened? The Band of Duel Links Alien Shock Trooper. That's a legend. That's very funny. There was this Link, which was a big deal. I think this was like in the original Link pack, wasn't it? It's a quick effect to put counters on. It's like there was that whole thing where the A counters only do something if the monster set. Like the A counters themselves do not have the property to lower attack and defense, so they just they gave up. The monsters don't even say it anymore, even though they could even easily just say, like, yeah, A counters just do this. That's what they do. But they won't. That's just not a Yu-Gi-Oh thing to do. People love this because this was like people thought this would be combo really well with Snake Rain. No, no, no. I remember when this came out, it was a TCG exclusive. It was really cool. This is like the closest they have to having a gateway. This card is cool. This is one of the better ones. What the fuck is this one? Is this even an alien? This isn't actually an alien, I don't think. It just says alien. This thing? Oh, this is kind of new. Sent to the group, with counters on it. But there's not enough to do with the counters. They have funny control-y cards like Mass Hypnosis. This card's actually really funny. Just take control up to 3 monsters. Hi. This is like an actual card that you can play in a TCG. The field spell that does nothing, which is a funny thing. This is a great synchro. At least in Edison. Like, this is an effect that was really strong way over a decade ago. The whole bouncy thing. The whole bouncy to bounce to build a resource, so you bounce stuff that you want to bounce. Everything's just at odds with each other is the problem. It's like so sad. Like, there's so many little like bandages they slapped on this archetype, which are very of the time. It reminds me of how they tried to do Koaki Miru, which was like, okay, we gotta make this, we gotta get the core to this deck's hand. How do we do it? Here's a TCG exclusive. Once per turn, you can discard a card to add a board to your hand. This was a secret rare. This was a secret rare. TCG exclusive. But it's that level of like, what do we do? I don't know. And then eventually, what they do is they say, okay, forget trying to let them survive. What if they just kill in one turn? I championed this deck so much. It was awful. This was supposed to be the boss monster that saved it. It did not. Not good enough. Not good enough. And then they said, we're a rock stun deck now, sorry. We know the rock stun stuff was like a fun little bonus you guys figured out on your own. But now it's the whole point of the deck. My bad. There was, the warrior version had like something going for it because of Ripload here. The whole one tribute monster pop 2 cards was like the thing because this was like significant because you thought of Lightsworn Celestia or a Monarch. But anyway, the alien sync, I can't even like, this is the problem, is that it's like, what is the other link? Liu, this thing. Ugh. It's Buster Dragon. It's the Buster Dragon Buster Blader combo. Congrats. Congrats, this is what you get. You get Buster Dragon for all your suffering. This card's pretty good though. It's like, okay. Oh, did I flip out for a moment? That's weird. Okay, we're good. I'm nearly done here, by the way. I've been going all morning and I'm exhausted. But yeah, this card's good. Good looking to the Link 3, and then still having stuff to do. That's kind of the issue. This maybe should not be a Link 3. It should be for the Floodgate effect, but you know, my point is that the Floodgate effect is like, really? Though ironically, again, it's exactly what you need, because you have to fucking do something with A counters. You gotta do something. I don't know, maybe we'll find a way to run it with the Apophis stuff. Alien Odeon. Am I forgetting any cards? Where are you? Oh, this thing. Eh. Yeah, you know how it is. You? Oh yeah, Ragnarok, cause that ain't helping with aliens. Cause it's like, eh. Oh, and then yeah, the reptilian stuff where it's like, you could make this an alien, but it's reptilian cards, and reptilian cards are this disturbing. Well, that's fun. I didn't know this was real. I'm surprised to see it's real. Alien Odeon's pretty funny. What if you slap down all the Apophis traps and it's like instead of making the fusion, you make the alien link? Like reptilian? Yeah. They made this card that's too good. Discard one. Add a reptilian, add a spell trap. It's wishes with eyes of blue for a whole archetype. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's a field spell. I mean, that's kind of okay, actually. But again, much like how aliens struggle to keep the counters going, reptilians need to keep making your opponents have 0 attack. Now if this was like a cool matchup against like Yubel, then like suddenly you'd be at an advantage. It's this thing where reptilians started out with like a gimmick where it's like, oh, it's like it's a Gorgon, so it turns them to stone. And so the opponent's monster can't be destroyed by battle, get it? So you're just like stunning them and doing damage. Get it. And then it became, uh-oh, we have to make a deck that functions. As it goes. This card's good though. It's a water monster for some reason. It's very good. It's a good searcher. But yeah. The only thing I'd say is that one time I was at a regional and there was a guy I knew who was running a really cool, like, gimmicky token-based deck that ran like Reptilian Spawn and then Bosky and Scapegoat and Horn of Heaven, which was really interesting. This card was like a side deck card, or is a side deck card in Edison, because it counters like tokens and shit. For some reason it's totally... Yeah, I don't know why they made this card like this. I don't... but yeah, I am dragging things out a bit. I'm gonna call it. Thank you for joining. No one's live. So. I don't know. As I say every Sunday, I don't know when I'll stream next. We'll find out. I need to like... This is a little secret for you, but I have to like do a rebranding thing sometime soon. So I don't know what my... Good day, yeah. I don't know when I'm gonna like do that. I think I might retire my scheduling temporarily while I set things up. So you might, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, thank you for joining. I'll see you more. I gotta get through Kingdom Hearts this week, so that's on the agenda. Yeah, I know Rise Heart brought many people here, but you know, it's a thing where I know many Unsu would be a branded PNG. No, it's gonna be, you know, Sona stuff, like actual, just original design and all that. You can believe it. I love what I've done here, and it's been fun. But like, you know, you do get the desire to be your own thing. Thing is that I have to draw that. original character who totally didn't start his palette swap to Rise Heart. But yeah, like it might not even be a full like premiere at first. I might just start. I'm thinking I'm just gonna palette swap the overlay and then just like get some and rotate in some random drawings of the guy. Yeah, I don't want, because it's a hard thing where it's like, oh, here's a premiere of the new PNG, and then that's exhausting because then I gotta like have my finalized version of him there and then. I don't know. I'll think about it. I gotta think about how to do it. Oh well. Anyway, yes. Now I'm clocking out to try and beat the heat. So have a good rest of your weekend, all. See you around.